Well, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everybody out there on YouTube and Twitch, wherever you are in the world, whatever time of day it is for you. As usual, I hope you are doing exceptionally well. Thank you for taking time out of your day to be here. Always thankful. Truly, that is the thing that you guys spend that you can't make more of. It's just time. We all have a finite amount of time. So thank you guys so much. Really do appreciate it. I'm very thankful for you taking time to be here. But if it is your first time here, first of all, welcome. Appreciate it. If you're on YouTube, I want to ask you guys to do me a favor, especially over there. I've been seeing this working really well. There has been some insane likes over there, so please continue to do that. The live streams have been teetering right around 20 likes. I'd love to see hit this one at 20 likes. Maybe 25 would be a cool goal, but let's just hit 20 this one. If you can hit 20 likes for me, I'd be thrilled to death. Thank you guys so much for that if you're already doing that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The Not So Great Sports Channel, what a name. Hello, welcome. But yeah, if you're over on Twitch, check to make sure you don't have like a Prime Gaming sub just sitting there. I mean, it's free. And if you do have it sitting there, just use it. You don't need to use it here. Just make sure you use it. That's the biggest thing I always encourage you to do. If you don't know what that is, you can actually combine your Amazon Prime account. If you do have an Amazon Prime subscription, combine that with your Twitch account. You get Prime Gaming. There is a ton of perks you get with that. Not exclusively, but you do also get... It's not the only thing you get, is what I'm trying to say. Watching this delivery here, but you do get a free sub every single month to a streamer of your choice over on Twitch as a byproduct. I don't know how long those are going to stay, so make sure you use those. Again, I don't care if it's here, just make sure you use it. You may as well. It's free value for you. Additional value, it's not really free value. Anyway, without splitting all the nuanced hairs of verbiage, today we are going to get into things relatively quickly like we did yesterday. You know, we were into aim training within 15, maybe 20 minutes at most, and that's going to be kind of the same thing today. I do have a couple of things that I'm actually going to go back over really quick and make some brief notes for myself. Yeah, I had somebody reach out. The guy, his name is Zolt. I always want to say it's Zoltron. I don't know why, but it's Zoltron. He was actually the guy who got me into aim training originally, so shout out to him. I do believe that's helped my gameplay fundamentally. While I'm certainly not insanely better than when I started, I am definitely better than where I started. And that's just been by doing the actual training itself. I haven't really gotten a lot of, haven't really been digging for feedback that much until recently. But really, he kind of gave me a couple of pretty straightforward things. So one of the things was to receive. I'm gonna write this down. Received advice to be more intentional with my clicks on the clicking exercises, which are the first 6. For those of you that are not familiar with this regiment that I've been doing. The other thing he recommended. I'm gonna keep going back through my notes so I make sure I give myself a synopsis. For smooth tracking, it was basically to really try to focus on smoothness, a relaxed hand, and budgeting your tension. Okay, so focus on, let's see, received advice, and I'm going to go ahead and just give myself a little bit more like bullet point type stuff here. I'll pull up the chats so I can read to you guys there. How are you guys doing? You guys been doing okay? I hope you guys are all right. I know there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. And then while I continue to go through this, so the second thing was for the tracking exercises to kind of budget my tension and really focus on keeping things smooth. And just reading through his switching scenarios, switching targets is the third group of them. Tension management is a big deal, but it's basically more or less a combo of the previous two. So, switching... Focus primarily on budgeting tension for final track is what I'm going to call it. And then I'm going to say, so this was tracking, focused on budgeting, tension, and maintaining smooth tracking. And then for clicking, this will be a lot more clear for when I go back through this to, we're really close, guys. I think, so let's see. We have today, tomorrow, and so by the end of this week, we'll have done 23 days of aim training. By the end of next week, it'll be 27 days. Ideally, I'd try and find an extra day next week and we just knock that video out. I think it'd be really cool. I think it's going to be a good video too, by the way. Kind of showing like I'm not sure how I'm going to structure it entirely. I'm still working on it, but the big focal point will be like the before and after, like what actually happened as a result of me taking the time to do this. Cool. We've got that all there. FYI, my son is good. He is just fussing. He's a 4-month-old man. Almost. Not quite 4 months. It'll be 4 months in 6 days. You all right? Just over it? He's just over it. He was doing tummy time. For those of you that are parents, you know that kids get over that pretty quickly. Well, while we're chilling here for just a second, there's not as much chat movement today, which is totally fine, by the way. I'm never upset by that, but that is my goal when I'm live, is to engage with you guys. So we're going to continue to work on that. Okay. I'm gonna get my stretches in today too. I did not do them yesterday, and I could definitely tell that I hadn't, so I'm gonna focus on doing that well today. Put out a video today, a long form video over there on YouTube, going over my top 5 recommended support heroes to pick up for new players. Definitely a worthwhile video to watch, even if you end up disagreeing. So I'm watching while I'm working on a custom drawing piece. Very cool. Very cool. I hope that's going well for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I really do appreciate the support from yesterday. It hasn't been lost on me. Thank you. So, yeah, yesterday after stream, I'm going to be honest with you guys, just being transparent and real. I was pretty down. I just was having between the fact that I wasn't really enjoying Rivals anymore and just kind of being filled with a lot of self-doubt. How are you giving advice for new players when you're plat? Because I can read stats. That's all. Just like you can read that I'm a plat player, I can read the stats that exist. What advice did I give that you would disagree with just on the premise that I'm plat? I'm curious. So, yeah, yesterday I was kind of having one of those days where just the amount of hatred that we've received over the last little while as a community, and me specifically as a creator, kind of hit an apex yesterday. And tempted to quit, tempted to be done. You know, do I really need to do this? Am I really cut out for this? All the self-doubt that fills your head when you're trying to do something that people don't think you can do. And I had to remind myself that I've also got infinitely more people rooting for me than I do people that are hating on me. And I owe it to you guys to give it my best. So it was a really good reality check yesterday. So stats don't tell the full story. Okay, I'll agree to disagree with you and we'll move right on. I don't have any more questions. If you want to argue with stats, I just don't really have anything to say after that. So what's up, Khaled? How are you, man? Thanks for tuning in over on Twitch. Appreciate it, dude. Was there a stream yesterday? There was. Yeah, it was Rivals originally. I ended up not having a bunch of fun. Oh, they take the full story, tell the full story, but they need to be read correctly. 100%. Yep. But I think the stats too, and Zolron, you know, I know you well enough to know that you mean well. I don't know this person that's in my chat besides you there. So I don't know. By the way, and I don't take this personally, Roku's. I don't believe I've seen you in my chat before. And for the first thing you say to be a criticism, I always just assume it's just someone trying to troll. If you're being genuine, feel free to share your thoughts. If you're not, just find somewhere else to be. Save us both some time. Yeah, Zolron, I think you're right. I think that the stats that I've been sharing, though, the only thing that I've been sharing advice on has been like heroes to pick. And I think those are kind of hard to get around. You know, I think that to a large degree, if I'm advising if I'm saying pick this hero because they have the highest statistical chance of winning from their pick and win rate combo, I think that one's a hard one to get around. I have yet to hear a really good argument where those aren't legitimate reasons to pick. Most coaches are not even top 500. Yeah, but I mean, I get what Roku's was saying, right? Oh, rivals, then I didn't miss much. We get. I did play some Overwatch at the end, so if you want to go check that out. But we deranked, so had a rough mental day, and I wasn't really in. I shouldn't have played. I should have just played an off roll. That was on me for not knowing. Yeah, sample size plus win rate seems like a pretty round way to get to your conclusion. Yeah, I don't see a world where in that specific scenario, that it wouldn't. But I'm always open to being wrong. You guys know how I am about that. If you have some legitimate stats or facts you can share with me that prove me wrong, I'm always okay with being wrong. I just think Ana is a pretty beginner friendly. Okay, see, here's some really good thoughts. I like this, Roku. This is great. I just think Ana is pretty beginner friendly because she forces bad players to build mechanics, which will help them pick up characters and other roles. Totally solid. I guess what I would say to that is she gets punished for bad positioning a lot. Like I made a recommendation to play Zenyatta, right? And he would be punished in the same way. But statistically from Ana, and I don't know what the stats are now, but when I took the screenshot for that video, I may still have it. I'll see if I can find it. I don't believe Ana had a 50% or higher win rate, let alone a good pick. Like her pick rate was high, but I think she was sub 50% win rate. And I just can't in good conscience make a recommendation on that. I agree with you that Ana is a really good hero, generally speaking, but just right now. Hey, Roku's, I don't mean any disrespect. You don't really need to just come in and bash right off that. That comment before, totally fair. But then just for you to berate my aim, literally something I'm actively working on. If you've ever seen any of my other live streams, ironically, here in a minute, we do aim training. Rach, you don't need to worry about it. Just so you know on that one, you're there. That's fine. No, I appreciate it. So self-doubt is in what? Just whether or not I can make it, right? That's to answer that question. Like yesterday, there was a lot of doubt. Like, am I just baiting myself? It wasn't even so much am I baiting you guys, because I truly believe in myself. So I was like, am I baiting myself to believing that I can do this, or can I do this? And it was actually a really good self-doubt because it forced me to think about it. And as I thought about it, I was like, you know what? I can. And I will. And that was that. Jotham City, by the way, hello. Good to see you. Just chilling, man. Talking with chat. Talking about apparently some takes people disagree with, and that's okay. The only people who don't make it are the people who quit. It's a solid way to put it. I mean, whether you say it's the only people, but what I would modify that phrase slightly, because I would say there are people who don't quit that just never make it. There are definitely those people. They do exist because they aren't being strategic in their time. And I would say that if you quit, you guarantee the chance that you won't make it. That's how I would phrase that. Same principle, I think, just slightly different. Zolron asks, genuinely curious, what were the mental steps you took to reach that conclusion? The conclusion that I can make it? I want to make sure I answer your question properly. I don't mind answering it at all. Is that what you're talking about? Anyone can do it if they are willing to learn. I'm assuming this is to do with making it into Diamond, or am I off? Oh, just making it into the OWCS. The Diamond's the next step. But so, Zolron, what mental steps I took were, I looked back, number one, at where I started and where I am now, and how many hours it's taken me to get where I am now, right? So in Overwatch, I placed in bronze as a tank. I think bronze 1, bronze 2 or 1. It was high bronze. And from there to 200 something hours later, I'm high plat with a peak into diamond. Peaks aren't really a big thing in my mind. The other thing is, even when I'm losing games, 90% of the time, I'm looking back over them and thinking about what I could have done better, which is a huge difference from where I started. So basically, I took a real look at where I was versus where I am, and the time it took me to get there, and then thought about the time I want to take to get to where I want to go, and thought, okay, if I can do this in this amount of time, I can definitely do this in this amount of time. So to be much more clear, if I can get from bronze to platinum in 200 hours, I can definitely get from platinum into a place where I can compete and place in the top 50 teams of the OWCS in another 400 to 600 hours. That I think is more than reasonable. Now, it's not a direct equation, and I understand it's not just going to continue to kill at that rate. You plateau, you learn, you climb, you plateau, you learn, you climb, and so on and so forth. 66 is really good for tank fundamentals, as your mistakes get punished faster and harder, so it might be a good warm-up routine to play 1 or 2 66 games before the grind. I don't hate that idea. The only issue I have with that is that I really don't care for the 6v6 that's out right now. It's not roll queue, and that was confirmed after I played it. I just wasn't a big fan of that. Thanks for your explanation. Absolutely, Zolran. Absolutely. Personally, my main game is Rainbow Six. I was hard stuck gold for about 2 years. I took a season to focus on everything from aim to game sense and knowledge of strategies, and I ended up hitting champion, which for Siege is the highest ranking. I actually have been trying to get into Overwatch and Rivals because of you. Wow. Well, first of all, that last part really humbled me a bit. I'm not going to lie. Thank you for the kind words. But if you can do that in Rainbow Six, you can do that in Overwatch and Rivals, 100%. Same application and same concept, and you'll get there. I think as long as the competitive format is 5v5, there really isn't a reason to practice on another format. I kind of agree with you generally on that, Zolran. I appreciated what I think KJA was saying, or Khaled as I know him, but I appreciated the principle of what he was saying. Just that you get punished more as a tank in 66, so you see your mistakes a little bit easier, but those mistakes, to your point, don't always carry over to a 5v5 format because they wouldn't be relevant. So, kind of a trade-off there. Net neutral, I would say. Well, listen, if you're here for the first time, again, thank you for being here, man. I really do appreciate it. I know that there's a lot of people who are hardcore like believers in what I do, and there are people who are hardcore haters in what I do. I feel like there's pretty much one extreme or the other. I have had a few people that are kind of in the happy medium, but they aren't as vocal, so it's hard for me to know who they are. And I just appreciate it, man. I really am thankful. I'm even thankful for the haters, man. You know, the haters kind of give me a reality check that not everybody likes me, and that's okay. And I just kind of have to come back to reality with that. It keeps what could turn me into a narcissist. Excuse me, if I can get my words out. If I without haters, I think I would have become a narcissistic prick a long time ago. I'm gonna be real with you, and I'm really grateful for them in that sense. What's up, Milo? Bald gaming equals diamond. Fact. We'll get there. I just had to shave the extra weight off, dude. I respectfully disagree with only one element of your plan. I think you should prioritize carrying in plat. Diamond compared to playing correctly. Oh, carrying in plat to diamond compared to playing correctly, which relies on teammates. But I'm not saying you're wrong. It's just my opinion. And I've definitely heard that before. The biggest thing, and I think you're right. Like, I think what will get me out of plat diamond is probably just the carrying. But I think what will get me out of plat diamond and then continue to keep momentum through masters is going to be the understanding of the game. So it's kind of like I could get out of plat diamond by playing the strongest heroes. I could have been out of diamond a long time ago if I just played Malga. I could have been out of diamond a long time ago if I just played Hazard, right? If I put in just one trick to those two heroes in their respective peaks. But I wouldn't have actually been a true diamond or masters player. I would have been a masters boosted by a really strong hero. Yeah, I know. You're not talking about your heroes. I understand that. And I agree. I'm just saying as another example. So to that same end, I'm focused on the long term, not on the short term. So does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I think everyone hits a plateau at some point for any skill you practice. The only way I've personally broken through that was from external help. Yeah. And that's exactly what you guys will be seeing coaching content again, I'm sure, here soon. I think one tricking is the best way anyone can understand the game better. To a certain degree, yeah. I mean, I played Zarya into Diamond, and I probably could have played Zarya and could still one-trick Zarya out of Diamond. I can almost guarantee that. If I just played Zarya for, I would say, 40 to 50 hours straight of gameplay. Not like literally no breaks, but like for the next 40 to 50 hours I play the game, if I just played Zarya, I could one-trick my way out of Diamond easily. And that's not just because she's pretty strong right now either. It is because I know how to play her well. But I want to be able to take myself into these upper ranks with more than just Zarya. I want to be able to play Zarya, D.Va, Sigma. I want to be able to take all of those into my hand and say, I got this. Does that make sense? So, just break the rules with her a little bit and you will carry more, all I'm saying. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. No, you're absolutely right. And there's going to be times where I need to look at where things are not working, right? Like maybe I'm relying on my team well, but maybe my teammates are having a bad game. So how do I make up for their lack while also doing what I'm supposed to do? Great video about Baptiste. Helped me even though I'm not masters. Great content. I wish you make some more tutorials. It's good to know. Basically what I'm doing right now, guys, to be honest with you, as far as a content strategy, is there's a phrase that I'm throwing crap at the fan to see what sticks. Right? Have you ever heard that phrase? I'm literally just trying all kinds of ideas that I've seen other creators do and doing my own spin on them and trying to see what happens the best. And I can analyze everything. I know how to read YouTube analytics and I'm really locking it in. So basically the rest of this month and the first part of April, I'll finish the experimentation. I'll look over which ones worked the best. Then I will continue to do those more into the next little bit. If you're making space for your team and you're not using it, what's the point? Exactly. Love your beard. Thanks, Egbert. It's good to see you back, homie. By the way, I've been playing Overwatch since 2017. I'm top 500, also in Marvel Rivals. I'd more than willing to offer free coaching for you. I really appreciate that, Jonathan. For real. I mean that. Like, time is something that I always tell people is the most valuable asset any of us have because it's something that you can't get any more of. So, I really appreciate it, man. I have a coach that I've been working with, and when I step outside of that coach, I'm not saying I would never reach out to you personally, because it's not a personal issue, but I think when I step outside of the current coach I'm working with, it will likely be someone like Spilo that I'll just start working with regularly, because it has a two-sided benefit. People know who Spilo is, so I can create good content from it, and I know he's an insanely good coach, so... Can you get to 100K on YouTube by the end of the year? I would be floored if we did that. Lord willing, the creek don't rise, as the kids used to say when I grew up. Yeah, maybe. Personally, I don't agree with you or KJ. I think playing correctly isn't one playstyle. If you're in a low rank where teammates aren't reliable, playing selfishly might be correct. If you're at the highest level, playing with a team-focused mindset might be correct. Yeah. That's a fair point. It's got an ebb and a flow as you go through the ranks, right, Zolran? You won't see a GM player helping his team in Plat Diamond. Yeah, exactly. I think you guys are probably saying a similar thing, just differently. Just like a small nuance is what I would say. A10, yes, A10 is also a very good coach. I didn't know he was still coaching, to be honest with you, though. I haven't seen. Is he still creating content? Like, that's the only way I knew about him. I watched his Zarya stuff for a while. Spilo is amazing. I agree with 99% of what he speaks. Even his individual VOD reviews are a great way to learn. I've worked with some of those as well, learning from those. But, all right, guys, listen. We could yap all day. You guys know I can. So, I want you guys to understand something. This is really important to me. Regardless of what else you take away from this stream, my community is united on one key principle. That principle is that life is difficult. Don't do it alone. Pretty straightforward. You can come from any kind of background, personal beliefs, or anything like that at all, and we can all align on the idea that life is way too difficult to go through alone. My personal encouragement is three things, and in this order: find Christ, find friendship, and find community, so that when life hits the fan, you can pray to an infinite God who loved you enough to send his son to die for you, effectively bridging the gap between us and him that our behavior created. And the second piece is very similar. It's friendship. But it's a little bit more physical. When you get to a place where you're starting to spiral out of control in your life, your friends are going to be there to help physically anchor you into reality. They're going to keep you accountable. They're going to say, hey, I don't think that was a good idea. We love you enough to tell you. Your friendships are there for when you need a shoulder to cry on. You need to talk to someone one-on-one. These things are absolutely massive. Absolutely massive for you. And the third thing is community. Community is there when life hits the fan practically at a large scale, like natural disasters, or maybe you lost your job and you just need to be able to pay your rent so you can keep moving forward. You never know what it is, but community can come and clutch in those moments. So if any of those three things are even remotely important to you, I have one small request. Join our Discord. It is completely free. I'm not asking for your money. I am asking for your time, and in return for your time, you have the opportunity to build those three things. You can talk about faith if you want to. You're not forced to. You can build friendship if you want to. You're not forced to. But by default, you are part of a community by jumping into Discord. So I really want to encourage you to do that. And then I'm going to pray real quick. I do that every stream. If you're not the praying type, maybe you're not a Christian or anything like that. I want you to understand I have nothing but the utmost respect for you, and I will be happy to finish everything up here in just a minute. It'll take me about 3 minutes. I just noticed my commands are for some reason not working, so I'm gonna go fix that real quick. Commands. Well, that's exciting. I don't know why it's not working. I don't know why the exclamation point Discord didn't work, but I'll just go ahead and do the bot's job for it, I guess. There you go. I don't know why the bot didn't work, but I got you. It's on, so. But either way, I do appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to pray real quick, and then we'll get started, and then I'll catch up on chat before we get started in name training today. God, thank you so much for today, and for every person here, regardless of their faith or personal beliefs, political backgrounds, or any of those things. I ask you, God, to continue to help me be a better servant to this community, to truly care about them, and to go out of my way to help them in any way that I can, whether that's by producing content that's valuable, in educational ways, or even just entertainment. Help me to be a better servant to this group of people. I want to ask you to truly help me to improve myself today. Doesn't matter if I derank, doesn't matter any of that. I just want to make sure that I am improving fundamentally as a player. I don't even want to think for a second that I'm baiting a whole group of people that are following me into thinking that I'm ever going to make it. I want to show them that you can. This was never about me just making clickbait content that's going to bring people in. Because at the end of the day, if I don't ever pursue this, truly pursue it, all I've done is bait a whole group of people who would never trust me again, and I could understand that. I take that very seriously. Help me to be a good representative of you today. Empty me of the things that will not reflect your light and your love into the world around me, and fill my heart with more of the things that do. In Jesus' name, amen. Man, thankful for you guys. I know I say that every time at the end of prayers, but I truly am thankful. I don't just say it. It's something that I truly do not take for granted. You guys being here, watching my content, being supportive of what I do, it just doesn't get old for me. So thank you. If you're on Twitch, the category should be updated over there on Aimlabs, or to Aimlabs, that is. I'm getting it pulled up here. I'll pull up the loading scene while I finish talking to you guys here. I'm way behind, so I'm just going to kind of take one chat at a time, starting with YouTube real quick, okay, guys? Jotham City said... Oh, hold up. Yep, no, that's right. Jotham City said, Spylo is amazing. Okay, no, I got that already. Yeah, to elaborate, it seemed like KJA and you seemed to agree that you were playing correctly, but not the way to climb quickly. But in my eye, playing correctly will always lead to climbing quick. Right, it just depends on what your compass is for calibrating what is correct. If your compass is you're ranking up, then yes, I see what you're saying. If you are low level, I think Spylo is the best coach out there. I had a session with him when I was Masters, and it wasn't that helpful. So everything up to Diamond, I think, is fine with Spylo. Okay, I'd be curious to see that. I won't speak to that because I don't have the experience you do. But I will say that I don't see where that would make much sense because he coached all the way into the Overwatch League. So I don't see how that would make any sense. It may have just been an off day for him, or maybe it didn't communicate well with you. And that's either of those is totally fine. A GM player would play selfish in low ranks, then in GM would play with team. You should climb easily both ways. Fair. Milo, I think he's probably the best coach out there. His coaching should be very valuable at any rank. That's my opinion too, but yeah, I mean, that I could agree with what Zolron just said. He may not be the best Overwatch coach ever, but definitely the best one offering public coaching, best one publicly coaching and offering services. There we go. When I say not the best, I don't mean bad. I think he's amazing. No, I know. But you're saying like if there was a top 500 coach leaderboard, he's probably on there, but not at the top 100, right? Capitology is such an underrated coach. I don't know anything about that individual, to be honest. I just wanted to clarify. Yeah, you weren't dogging on him. That's fair. Totally fair. All right, guys and gals, let's get this in. So, Zolron, who's actually over in my YouTube chat right now, has been kind enough to give me some critiques. And these next 6 exercises are clicking exercises. And kind of what I took away from what he shared with me was that I need to be more intentional with my clicks to determine they make their mark. And I'm really going to focus on just like flick, correct, shoot, and really try my best to do that. It's going to look a little rough because it's a new pattern. So we go there. Doctor Who, what is your Abbey Road t-shirt? Oh, yeah, Doctor Who, yeah. So, Weeping Angels, Cybermen, the Silence, Daleks, and obviously the TARDIS. And then I also, if you haven't noticed, actually behind my chair over here, I actually have the TARDIS sign right back there. I'm a huge Doctor Who fan. Love Doctor Who. Okay. So, flick, track, shoot, sort of. It's the easiest way for me to explain. Yep, doing that. That was a little bit better. So here's what this is what I was hoping for. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Slightly higher accuracy with a slightly lower score. That's kind of what I anticipated from today. So it wasn't perfect. Definitely could have been a lot better as far as flick and really committing to the shot. I think I started off strong, got a little less confident, and slowed myself up. So we're going there. It could feel as if you're almost going too slow as well, but don't worry about it. Speed will come. That looked way better for the first 45 seconds. Your clicks look way more intentional, and you were even on pace to match your personal best. How did you know that? I'm sure you're right, but how did you know that? I don't know how to see that. Okay, here we go. Again, focused on flick, track, click. Okay, we missed it. No big deal. Okay, started falling to old habits there. Okay. Okay, similar accuracy. Slowed myself down. Similar to yesterday, but load, like, again, it's going to feel slower, and that's okay. That's some dedication, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. That's all I'm going to say on that. I mean, I can tell because I know your personal best. I saw your score on the HUD 45 seconds into the run. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I was like, what are you seeing that I don't? Okay, so again, keep the arm relaxed. Whoa. Slowing myself down. I really felt like that was probably one of my better ones. And what's really interesting about that, like that one was probably one of my favorite ones I've done in a while. So it looks like this was my highest score most recently before today. Like today's my second highest. I don't know what's my personal best. Where are we at? High score is 857. So what's interesting about this, you got it. It's easy for me to do too. It takes 2 clicks. The easiest thing for me to do with this is looking at what's interesting here. So this is what, the 11th? Was this one the 11th? So I have a much higher accuracy, almost actually a full 10% and then some, and only a slightly lower score. Why was that so hard to say? Have you ever played League of Legends? I did once upon a time, yeah. I feel like you should be playing on a lower sends for static only. I don't want to mess with that. I'm trying to kind of keep it what it was yesterday. We turned it down a little bit yesterday as it is, but I appreciate what you're suggesting, by the way. Yeah, I think I only missed twice. Yeah, that was really good. I didn't think about that part. It's your first time trying this method out. Yeah, that felt really good. But I think what's cool is just that my second highest score had a 10% higher accuracy, which tells me that if I was able to maintain that level of accuracy and move just a little bit faster, we actually would have made a new personal best today, which is really cool. It's a good way to start. Yeah, Rage, keep an eye on it when I start this next one, if you don't mind, because I'm sure that's what he's waiting on. Whoops, misclick there. Yeah, again, way better than yesterday. Speed will come with confidence and experience. Yep, a little bit more time. A little bit more time and experience in this. It'll go well. That was way good, though. Really happy with that. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. I feel really good about this. So, again, these ones we're just worried about being confident in our clicks and trying our best to flick, track, shoot. Flick, track, shoot. And only shoot when you're confident you're going to hit the target. It's okay if you miss one. Nope, it switched. Okay. Yeah, I see what you were saying now. I don't know what that was. Whoops. A little struggle here. Okay, don't keep tracking. This is that mapping thing is coming to my mind too. Phenomenal. Like, truly proud of that. What's cool about this too, reading bot movements go a long way here. Yeah, and like mapping it out, knowing which one to go for next because they're the ones that are the least likely to change direction. Kofak, by the way, thank you so much for the tier 1 over on Twitch. I really do appreciate that. Enjoy the sub badge and emotes, my friends. Yeah, this one was a lot better. What's interesting too, again, just reading and looking at things. Number one, it's a new record. My previous high score was a 406. and that was on the 26th. I had a 71, so I had a slightly higher accuracy and a very slightly lower score. So less accuracy, higher score tells me that I was moving quicker, missing a little bit, but moving quicker, which overall is helping. That's good. That was great, man. There's a lot of technique to work on, but even just focusing on the one thing of intentional flicking helped you out a lot. Yeah, just taking it one thing at a time. All right, so this is the last clicking exercise. And again, we're still going to continue to focus on just flick, track, click. That's it. That's all we're worried about right now. So here we go. Okay. Slow myself down a little bit. If I start shooting more. Okay. Slow. Okay. Miss. That's okay. Slow down. Okay, again, similar to yesterday, but interestingly slow, less accuracy, or a little more accuracy, slightly less points, which means I was slowing myself down to try and hit my shots. I think that I started to get a little bit more worn out. I could feel the shoulder tension starting to build, so I wasn't budgeting my tension well there, but still really like the technique, not being stuck on one target and less spam clicking. Yep, really was like trying to break those habits, which they are starting to get a little deeply ingrained. So I'm gonna have to work on that. Okay, so Zolron, you're here, so you can correct me, by the way. Interesting. At least you're getting creative, my friend. I hope that your alt accounts start getting banned and that Twitch starts to recognize your IP a little bit clearer. They already are, by the way. You don't end up in my chat because of it on Twitch. That's why you went to YouTube. And by the way, I'll see you when you get over there now too, because I've told you. I know you. You're easy to predict. So tracking, the next thing that I'm focused on is budgeting my tension, which we just talked about even in clicking was a problem. So I really need to focus on this. Budgeting my tension and maintaining smooth tracking was kind of what I really want to focus on for these next 6 exercises. So I'm actually going to stretch out my shoulder a little bit, try and reset my posture and try it again. Here we go. Okay, again, loosen up. Focused on that. Okay, here we go. Oh, ran out of mouse pad. Yep, running out of mouse pad a lot right now. Mouse pad. Mouse pad. Ran out of mouse pad quite a bit there. Okay. Yeah, they had 3 or 4 times where I ran out of mouse pad, so I'm not too sure. That one I might almost want to redo, I'm going to be honest, with a slightly higher sensitivity, because I did run out of mouse pad a couple of times there. Any thoughts on that, Zolron, before I make that change? That just seems like a one that it might be worth a redo. Although I think it'll count it as another one, which will throw my whole OCD off. So I may not redo it. I may just adjust it for the next. I'm thinking I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it. I'm going to slightly increase it from where it is right now. We'll take it to like a 0.5. I think yesterday we started at like a 2.65 or a 2.85. So 2.5 is still slower, but not as slow. Holy crap. Man. Oh, man. That is wild. Smoothness looked really good on that, man. Didn't look too tense. I was gonna say that one looked crazy. Oh, the tracking, thank you, I appreciate it. Didn't look too tense or stuttery either, which comes with good tension management. I really was focused on that, so I'm really proud of that translated. Like, that felt really good. And I think that 2.5 may have helped with the running out of mouse pad very practically. Okay, let's go on to the next here. Okay, same thing. Just worried about smoothness, no tension, and just moving forward. Here we go. Okay, it's a lot smoother. Brother came prepared. Rankler, I'm not sure how I say your name, but thank you for your follow on Twitch. Hope you're having a good day, man. So on reactive scenarios, it's less about being purely smooth. Tension comes into a lot more play because the bots will have rapid directional changes like that one. Okay. There are more advanced techniques you can use as well to help, but I think for now, you don't need to worry about that. That's fair. I do think that one would have been benefited a lot by me like recognizing that difference, and that's okay. So we'll just do that with this next one because I think it's going to be the same concept in this next one, right? Where I really need to be able to do that tension management. Here we go. And itch. Trying to react a little quicker that one. So. Let's do this. All right. Do that. And we'll do, give me just a second here, chat. Just juggling a little. Someone has way too much free time and tells me that I'm unemployed. So I'm just going to fix something real quick, all right? URLV, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. I hope you're doing well. Sorry about the trolls for those of you that are brand new. There's one person who just has it out for me, and that's okay. You're going to have that sometimes, and they have way too much free time. So I'm just going to have to adapt a little bit here, and we call it good, man. So we'll leave that up, and then we will go over here. And where is it at? Okay, and there we are. And that'll be the last time you'll be able to do that today, my friend. So, follower alerts are now off for the day. And I will just thank you guys as you follow if it's one of the legitimate follows. So, all good. You just move on. Looked a lot better than that last one. Tensing during quick directional changes and remaining smooth for the time the bots will maintain one direction is what you want to do. Okay. And this one I feel like just stays. So this one's more of a tracking, but it's moving a lot. So you, again, budget tension and stuff like that. Okay. Doable. Let me swap out my batteries here. Apparently my headphones are about to die. All right. There we go. Let's see how we can do on this one. Okay, guys? Rich, you on it? You just do that to Zolron? Okay. Zolron, sorry about that, homie. Got caught in the crossfire. Yeah, you're good, Rach. If I need to, I can do it too. I know how to do it. Nah, I'm chilling. These people are weird. Oh, well, and this, you know what's funny about it too? Like, I'm not gonna validate this person too long. I'm just gonna say, like, it's so funny to me that this guy has so much time, right? And he literally does. He has so much time, and he's telling me that I'm the unemployed one and I'm the problem. It's just funny to me, you know? It's just funny. Welcome back. Yeah, sorry guys, that one was definitely botched by me multitasking there a little bit. Rach was trying to help, but we're even gonna do this just to... There we go. Yeah, he's just weird. It's okay. He's unemployed, obviously. It's the only way you have time for that. Haters hate because they're too scared. My welding job makes, well, more per minute than your stream. Well, then go make more of it and get out of my chat. See you later. I don't know why you're here. Go make more money then, dude. Why? He's a weird one. There we go. yeah, he's a welder. I hope he does really well. I mean, no pun intended. I hope he does well. You know, I'm cheering for him. He doesn't have to be, I don't have to be his biggest fan to cheer for him. He doesn't have to be mine to just move on, but here we are. You know what? Hold up. We're going to restart that one. I forgot which one we're on. It's okay. And that's what it is, man. You can't really get mad at people like this. They just is what it is. Eventually, he'll get worn out, and it takes the time it takes, man. I'm patient. So, what was I... Which one are we on now? We're on... Clearly, they don't have free time. Their job is setting up an AI bot to argue with you. Trust? Yeah, true. True. I mean, heck, if people get paid to hate on me, I mean, good for you, I guess. I don't really know what else to say to that. You're getting paid. You know, hey, at least share some of the cut, bro. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so steady track. This is still tracking then, I think. I'm just double checking myself real quick. Steady track. Oh, it's still tracking. Okay, and this is actually one that I struggle with the most. So I'm going to breathe for a second, kind of reset myself. He's probably waiting, by the way. He's waiting for me to start the next exercise and just spam again. He's got a very predictable outcome. It's just one of those guys. All right, here we go. A little shaky here, guys. Sorry about that. Cool. This game looks hard as a rock. What is this? Hey, you know what? It's Aimlabs. And that one was not my best run either. Unfortunate. A little shaky, but you know, you're gonna have that sometimes. What's up, Nightmare? Welcome back, homie. It's going. Doing some aim training today, and I've had some really good moments. Some of these recent ones I'm kind of struggling a little bit with, and that's okay. So I would say that one, by the way, that last exercise is all around. If you're still here, that is one I want to focus in on. So if there's somewhere, like, if you have time and you're willing to like micro analyze that one a little bit and just see where I could have done, like, what it was fundamentally you think I was doing wrong, I would love that. I'd really appreciate it, because that's one I've consistently not done as well. Okay, so this next one is, we're now onto the poke, or like the switching targets. And what I was advised to do is focus primarily on budgeting tension for the final track and multitask for mapping the next target. So this is kind of true of what we were doing earlier as well with the... hey, what's up, Mistaken? Good to see you. So basically, just to really send this home, I need the flick, track, but these ones don't really move as much. So it's really just a lot of flick, and then the final, like, adjustment is what we're talking about here. So we go here. Okay. Score's a lot better than yesterday. Accuracy's a lot lower. That's okay. Not as worried about that. What's more interesting to me is that my accuracy is more similar to 2 days or 2 times ago. And I had a drastically higher score, which means I was moving a lot faster. That's really good. Hair's cut, looking good, brother. Yeah, just a few of them. Just a few of them got cut. Not all of them. Wait. Guys, they all got cut. Dad jokes for days, dude. But yeah, I did. I appreciate it. You're good at this. I can never imagine for the sticks, aka controller for these new gens. They're definitely definitely a struggle. Control tracking counts as any scenario that features a target whose motion is visibly smooth but is elusive in nature, such that it does not fall strictly within linear patterns. Okay, I think I understand what you're saying. All right, that one felt pretty good. I feel like the poke switching one felt good. Okay, I'm gonna kind of like reposition here a little bit because I think a lot of this is still posture related. See if we can figure this one out. Yep, that's crazy. The bounce back is crazy. Yay, unshrimp. Wait, what? I'm so confused. What is unshrimp? Okay, let me read through Zolron's messages really quick. Under this definition, control tracking is the opposite of both raw smoothness and pure reactivity. The goal of control tracking is to help you perfect your micro adjustments. Okay, and let me see, which one was this? Control tracking, right here. And I think it was steady track that I was as worried about, but maybe you are talking about that too. Or specifically reactions to each of the target's strafe, making your reactions more swift and controlled will allow you to gain more time on target and maintain synchronization with the target. So this will apply to control track as well as steady track. So really, if I'm understanding what you just said, Zolron, these two specifically, and it may apply to others, but what we're talking about right now are these two would have been benefited strongly from me having better micro corrections to stay on target longer, and it's less about the steadiness. Okay, good to know. That's an area that I can work on. I'm going to make sure I note that for tomorrow. Specifically for steady and control track. Focus more on micro adjustments. Making, let's see, staying on target. Okay, I'm going to put that underneath the tracking category. Give me just a minute here. Keeping my notes fairly organized here so that I can go back and look over things, by the way. Whoopsies. Can't type. There we go. I think that's good. So out of the tracking scenarios, first two are smoothness, next two are reactivity, and these last two are control, meaning precise micro adjustments. Okay. We're going to work on that. Is that Shroud Kofik? Or Kofik? I'm not sure how you say your name, by the way. It looks like a Shroud emote. It's freaking hilarious. Whatever it is, it's funny. Bolt switch. Okay. I think that may be something that we could do, Zolron, after the 28 days, because I'll have gotten in the habit of doing it. Because I know that when you look at the Voltaic app, it'll actually, that's actually a Chud Jack emote. A Chud Jack, what is that? Am I about to be baited? Probably. There's 3 general categories, 6 exercises in each of those, and then what I would term as subcategories, and they encompass 2 of each of those exercises. I would love to understand the things to focus on to fundamentally do well on the general and on the micro, if that makes sense, or on the general category and then on the subcategory. I think that would be a really cool way to figure that out. I think that, like, for me would help just understanding what it is. Because originally when I approached all of these, I approached all of them like tracking. And I don't know if you ever said it that way. I think you did. But either way, what you shared with me helped me realize that. So, okay, here we go. Noticing the tension management not going as well as I would like it to. I'll work on that. My thumb got caught there right at the end. I adjusted my hand posture. Okay. After the 28 days, we can look into each subcategory, go over your strengths and weaknesses, and decide how you want to move forward with training your aim. 100%. Thank you, Zolron. I really do appreciate your help. Get some love in the chat for Zolron. I know he never did this as like he wanted recognition thing. He actually stated that pretty explicitly from the beginning, but I am nonetheless grateful. So if you guys would share a little love with him in the chat, it would mean a lot to me. So. Okay, budget and attention. Yep, noticing that a bit more now, especially as we've gone on a little bit longer. Just really needing to focus that tension up a little bit where I'm using it, right? The flick should not be the tension should be the last micro adjustments. Okay, better than yesterday, I'll take it. I just do this totally for just for fun, so no need to thank me, but I appreciate it. Well, yeah, I know you do it for fun. It's something that you enjoy, but nonetheless, it's something I'm grateful for. So, because you could do anything, man. Let alone be in my stream, you could do anything. And you could do anything, and you're choosing to help me out, man. I really do appreciate that. I don't take that for granted, man. These ones go a lot faster. Oh, geez. Okay. Okay, we're restarting this one. Zolron. I'm glad you're noticing this in your switching scenarios. Tension budgeting is arguably one of the most important things to focus on when it comes to switching. Okay. So with this one, I'm going to restart this task. I do not feel confident in how that was going at all. But I'm really not entirely sure what was happening. I'm just trying to think through it. I think that my flick and control was not as good. So I'm really just going to focus on that, I think. Okay, I'm gonna roll out the shoulder really quick. This will readjust the posture as well. Okay, here we go. Okay. Better than yesterday. What's my current rank in? Are you talking in Overwatch or in Aimlabs? I assume Aimlabs, but I never know. I just want to double check. You also gave me the opportunity to just give you advice and work with you. I can't just go anywhere and do that, so I should thank you as well. Oh, that's cool. I appreciate that. In Overwatch, so currently on tank, I think I D-ranked to Plat 2 yesterday. Had a rough mental day and took that out on the game, unfortunately, so it's my own fault. While we're in a place to deal with this, I'm going to post my TikTok really quick. I do need to do that while we're in a limbo place here. Because we're on our last one here, and then we'll move back into Overwatch. I think it's this one. I better double check on the other two platforms. Second. I always try to make a pseudo custom thumbnail for the TikTok here. TikTok you can't really schedule posts on without losing the video quality, so I don't schedule them because I'm not about to lose video quality for those either taking time to watch my content. So there we go. Clear all this stuff out real quick. Okay, last one. We had a couple of really good improvements today. I'm very proud of that. Let's see if we can make a third one. Good. Better than yesterday. I would say overall, adopting the techniques went a lot better. I would say. I feel a lot better with that one. That one was a really good session. All right, well, as usual, I'll pull up the loading scene while I do this. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the actual benchmarks thing here, and we'll go from there. Let me look at something really quick. I'm curious. Hang on. Okay, so now. Cool. All right. We'll go here. There we go. Slow that up a little bit. Okay, go over to the reaction scene, which is here. All right, guys. I don't think it's refreshed yet. We have a 279 out of 300 right now. I believe it'll be a 280 something. 290 something. Dang, we made some measurable improvements on a couple of them then. So yeah, there really are just like 3 exercises that I am still consistently struggling in. And after the 28 days of aim training, if I'm still struggling in these 3 areas, I will hyper focus on those things and how to improve them. Like this here, so it's the quad shot novice. What day am I on again? Today is day 21. So we got another, so basically we'll do day 22 and 23 this week. And then we'll do another 4 days next week. I'm going to try and squeeze one in off stream if I can. It's only about 20 or 30 minutes and I don't need to do it on stream. I might record like the last one or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how next week changes that, but I'm hoping to actually have them all done by next week. End of next week. By the way, Littlest is getting a bottle. For those of you that are tuned in right now, I always like to give that clarity because we got some trolls out there who think they're smart. So I will mute just for your guys' earballs for a moment here because it'll only be another moment. Give me just a second, guys. Seven-minute queue times? No way, that's real. On tank and platinum? Dead game. Obviously. It's the only logical conclusion. There's no way that it's 7 minutes though. That would be very odd. Could I add you on BattleNet? I won't send invites. Hey, I appreciate the offer, but I actually don't just add people on BattleNet. I only add people that I typically am gaming with, but I really do appreciate the offer. Gotta tell you guys, today is a day that I'm just really proud of myself. You know, I don't do this kind of stuff very often, but I really need to be better at more positive thinking and stuff. And I really am proud of myself today. You know, I've been working on building a better habit of staying under 1900 calories a day, taking 2 30-minute walks a day, and then, like really just being less down on myself. Yes, sir. Oh, fantastic. Use color, use fish. The page before it, too. Oh. Well, here. You gotta take it. I gotta have you take it. Thank you, sir. Oh, well, I'm sorry that I had to move the page back, buddy. Because I had to get back in here. Sorry about that, dude. I love you. But I'm really just proud of myself today. I was able to get both the walks in despite some challenge. Huge shout out to my wife too. She actually made some sacrifices of her personal time. Okay, they have a hazard. Okay, where are we at? Okay, both supports got pushed back a bit. We're gonna focus down the hazard. He has his wall back up. That's okay. We're gonna go ahead and just I am a little too low to stay. Okay, we got him out. We already forced out Valk. That was a bad bubble. It's okay. Got a little bit of value out of it. Let's try not to get walled in. We're gonna try and get out. Big life grip. Guarantee a pick here. Why would you shoot a deflecting Genji? I always love when people get mad at a solo grab, like it's actually a bad thing to do. And I didn't get sushi. True. Normally, whenever I ask her to sacrifice her time, I order her a veggie roll, something she really cares for. She likes it a lot. Okay. We're going to go ahead and just throw that out. Yep, our Echo is taking pressure there. And with the new changes to the health pool there, I'm not too sure how quickly to react to everything they're doing. Okay, we got Munch. We're going to try and come around. Okay. We're going to try and get out. Oh, I don't know that I do. I'm stuck here. He literally can't move. That was a great accidental wall from him. So, good job. I put myself in a bad position, which allowed for that to happen. See if I can get out here and save my Life Weaver. Hey, sounds good, Zolron. Good luck on your errands, man. Hope they go well for you. You know, the more I think about this map, the more I think Sigma may actually be a better pick out of all of my heroes. We're gonna try and come out of LOS. Come over here to the Alari pylon. They got a res. He still got his ult. Okay, Kiri had the TP out. Kiri, no TP. Kiri, no TP again. That was a great play on the Genji's part. We were bunched up like that. It was a good play. This map is more dive brawl friendly. I could see that, but I also have a hard time challenging the high grounds on Zarya. So are you saying that maybe D.Va would be better out of my hero pool over Sigma? I mean, I could see that. I'm open to making the swap as well. Hazard above. I'm gonna go challenge. I'm gonna go touch the point in a second here. Good tree. Okay, I push that back. Hazard. Mercy is low. Great plays, guys. I'm on the Genji. Genji got forced back. There's a Bob now. I'm gonna try and push. Maybe? No, I need to get around. Okay, we get the res on the tank there, but it's okay. Stuff. I'm on the hazard. He's leaving. Ash. Hazard's over here somewhere. Is he hiding? No, he got out. Okay. They swap Reaper? Okay. They're on Reaper now. Be careful. They're swapping off of the hazard. Probably into a shield tank if I had to guess. I'll have to adjust my playstyle a bit. Reaper, no Wraith. It's back around the corner here a bit. I moved out of LOS. That's on me. Oh, interesting grip. Okay. On the Mercy. Mercy dies. Stuff, guys. I'm going to take up here. I have a bubble. I'm going to move up. Kiri is left side over there. Okay, I'm backing up. Sustain. My bad. Okay, good. I'm going to actually try and move past this here a bit. Mercy's one on the other side of the tree. Yeah, that's my bad. We just died and reset. Sorry about that, guys. Should have been paying more attention where that bob went. No, I didn't even see your question. No. We're still broke. At least too broke for sushi. We actually aren't too bad off right now. As long as you're doing your job. D.Va Winston Ball. See a lot of league matches. Okay. Well, if I really start to struggle and I feel like it's mostly because of my pick, I will swap. Okay. Yeah, I think I am going to start struggling a bit into Ram. Do I have my ult, though? I'm going to grab and swap, just so you guys know. I'm going to go to D.Va. Yeah, the Reaper's wreaking havoc. I'm going to go for touch. Can we go together here? Literally beelining for the point, on the point. Mercy's dead. They ram ult on point. Can we get everybody here? Don't rip me off the point. We would lose point. Why did no one go? Alright, I'm swapping the D.Va. Very unfortunate. I was trying to get the picks there. I kind of went a little too aggro. So that is at least that part on me. We can review that fight for sure. Moving around. Reaper no Wraith. Good. Reaper has no way out. I'm actually going to go on the Mercy. Reaper here. Reaper no Wraith. Good stuff. I think the D.Va swap was a good call. I never really know which one to do on the miner. It makes sense to do this one in my mind, but maybe it's actually better to do the other one. I'm not too sure. If we lose this one, it was that fight where the last fight where I died on Zarya that caused it. I'm gonna go challenge Reaper. Where's the bomb? DMing the bomb. Try and burn the bob. Okay, I have no DM. I'm going up top right now. Care? Okay, they just have Mercy healing. They don't have Mercy healing. I'm going on the Ashe. Ram next. I forced out a cooldown here. Yeah, they have both supports up now. I have my ult, so just focus on keeping your DPS up here, okay? Okay, I got 2. We should be able to turn that. I'm gonna go on a support here in a minute. Good. I'm really trying to get a support, but this Ram is doing a really good job in staying in front of me. Don't rip me off the point. I'm on the Kiri. Kiri dead. Mercy next on the right if we can. I'm low. Focus on the supports. Don't worry about the tank. Support. Mercy, 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 mercy. Look at the mercy. Okay, I have my mech back. Watch the mercy for res. Okay, I'm on the Kiri. Can we get the Kiri? Literally stop shooting everything else, just the supports. Yeah, I just needed help with these supports, man. Yep, just, you can tell from your damage numbers too, guys. Just shoot the supports, not the tanks first. You'll win more games. GG. Good luck next. It's just a good luck next, man. You know, you take that one on the chin and you move on. I'm not endorsing that life weaver. He kept pulling me off point in really critical moments, but I definitely lost us that game. We're gonna go look back at that. I think a sooner swap to D.Va would have been the right move. Yeah, I'm actually gonna give their mercy an endorsement, unironically. Your team sold? Oh, 100%, but that doesn't matter. I can't do anything for them, so what do I do for me? Yeah, that's not legit. There's no way XQC is actually XQC. Finally made it to Diamond 5. Nice! Congratulations, my friend. That's awesome. Someone found my old VODs. NR Stormy, thank you so much for your follow on Twitch. There's no way that XQC was actually adding me a chat. Had some trolls today. I'm sure that's all it is. Okay. So this was a good game. And I mean, it's very obvious that our DPS were having a problem this game of just shooting the tank based on their damage numbers and the limbs. Bro, there's no way XQC even boots up Overwatch. Not true. I hope he can make it there as well. Oh, I will. It's just a matter of time. And then our supports, both of them were really struggling, which is okay. Again, you can't sit here and blame. So all I'm going to do is look for me. So ignoring all of my team, let's just look at our personal stats, okay? So my per 10 limbs and deaths looked okay. So which tells me that generally speaking, I maybe could have done a little bit more as far as those things go, but I think it's not just those things that made us lose the game. What I'd actually be more curious to review is the last fight as Zarya and see what happened, because I think I just tunnel visioned is my guess, and I think that's what lost us, because I think we had the lead at that point. Maybe go a little further back from that too, because I think there's going to be some stuff to look at just before that as well. The bomb probably shouldn't have been used there. Yeah, I could have honestly been I could have waited a bit longer too. I think I was well over half HP. You're right. You hyper fixated on the supports. Thank you for the sub over on YouTube, Danny. Hope you're having a good day. You hyper fixated on the supports and your DPS kept getting poked out by the enemy Ashe. So yeah, I could have probably marked the enemy Ashe a little bit better as D.Va. That's a fair point. I always look at it as it doesn't matter if I mark out the Ashe, especially in that game. I don't know that it would have changed anything because nothing would have died. Nothing was dying because we were just shooting the tank. Now, if it was nothing was dying because I wasn't marking the right heroes, I could see that. But I think it really was more of the latter. So let's scrub through here and figure out about when I swapped from Zarya. Okay, so there's D.Va. I'm building up my ult here. This is probably a good place to start. What's up, True Sun? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back. Okay, so honestly, probably here would have been a good time to swap to D.Va. I just waited a little bit. I was thinking about it here and then decided not to. Okay. Yeah, Reaper just went into my back line and I did nothing. Okay, so I think actually this may have been my bigger issue. I think that you able to push multiple times, but you got 2 tunnel vision and on asking them to get the supports. Okay. But what would you suggest they shoot at differently? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Facts. But what would you have done differently there? Like, that you... Well, and we can get there and actually look at it. If you have questions, you want me to, like, change the angle to try and answer some more questions, I'm all in, Junker Pig. To be honest, I think Zarya would have been the better pick. Okay. I'm open to that. My only issue is that literally nothing was dying. Literally nothing was dying. And the only way I could figure out to do it, and I knew their Ashe was a problem, and then Reaper was an issue, and I could DM stuff. So it's harder to contest an Ashe on Zarya, knowing that Ashe was a big part of the problem. And that was why I went, okay, I could play Sigma or D.Va, because either of those would answer that problem well. Peeling for your team from the flanking Reaper and Ashe. I probably on D.Va that would have been a cakewalk. Zarya, I could have done that with maybe bubbles or something. I understand the need to make a play, but the DPS were uncontested, and the support stayed on the tank and peeled for each other. Let's see, hold on. I understand the need. I'm trying to dissect what you're saying, but the DPS were uncontested because I was focused on the supports. I see what you're saying. If the supports were pocketing the DPS, then it makes sense to focus the supports. But because the supports were sticking around the tank and pocketing the tank, going on the supports was a silly decision when I could have just stopped the damage output for a moment, which would have forced the supports off the tank. And at that point, maybe the supports make sense to shoot. Am I understanding that right? I think I'm understanding what you're saying. Okay, he said correct. I assume that's where we're going. You were getting hard focused by the tank that soft counters you, right? So there's already a ton of pressure, and if your DPS aren't forcing any off angles, it can, yeah, that's a good point. Okay, that's a good point. Sorry, bad words. No, it's not bad words. I mean, it was enough words that I understood and was able to repeat it back to you with different ones. That's all that really matters in communication, is understanding what someone says. Okay, so we die here. We're going to skip a little ways, and we'll slow it back down to once we get into the next fight. So I realize that they are... What's up, Cloth? Good to see you. I would love to give advice, but I don't know what I'm doing in my own games. Don't worry, go back. Okay, so I use a bubble there. I use a bubble early. I get a pick. Where are my teammates here, by the way, when this happens? I'm trying to figure this out. I do want to know this, because I should have looked, and I thought they were with me. So let's look. I didn't say it the way I wanted, but good luck, or good job breaking it down. Thank you. Okay. So what happens here? So I go in. I still have shields. And we need the spectate overlay. So I have my life weaver right next to me. And I'm thinking, okay, my teammate. Okay. Dang. Okay, so my Echo's walking down main and gets domed. That's not really something I could have done too much on, except maybe contesting the Ashe. Obviously, she wouldn't have been able to hit the shot as easily. But I feel like that's just as much on my Echo as it is on me. My Echo walking down main is pretty silly. But I go in and I grab to get the Kiriko. I thought I was going to be able to get the Mercy as well. If I say something, take it with a grain of salt, because I one-trick Junker Queen. Fair enough. Rankler, thanks so much for the advice on that, for sure. Thank you for sharing. Open queue is obviously a little different too. So, that grab was the wrong move. Why would you say it was the wrong move? I'm open to criticism, guys. Like, and Tombstone, you're here, you're a member, which tells me that you know that. Open queue is rancid. I mean, open queue is fine. It's just not. It's not gonna run the same way as roll queue. That's all. Zalencia, thank you so much for your follow on Twitch. I hope you're doing exceptionally well today. I have my alerts turned off. We had some trolls earlier that were just trying to distract from what we're doing here, so I decided to turn off the follower alerts for the day, and we'll try again another day, and we'll go from there. Echo sending it down is a troll, but you could have done more. You could have gotten more done that fight if you'd looked where your team was. Exactly. I think that was like what's interesting is right before, and I think you were here for this, Dustin. Right before I looked at this POV, I was wondering where my team was, because I was like, I don't think I looked, and I didn't. So I went for the point, and really, we actually would have been better off. This is where this fight went wrong. I'm going to tell you exactly where it is. I know exactly what happened. It was the decision to beeline for the point. So I saw that it was ticking down. I beeline for the point, which leaves main wide open, which here in just a second is then going to be covered by Ramatra and Ashe. Ashe may have been sitting behind a shield over here too. So I throw a grav. This grav was questionable for sure, but I think the bigger mistake happened before the grav, because if I had been with my team, I would have seen the Echo die, or at least looked at my kill feed. I would have known the Echo was dead. You ignored the Reaper walking through the high ground. I kind of did that on purpose, I'm going to be honest, but I figured he'd chase me, which he did. I played Doomfist for the most time. I don't know how to say it, but you could have looked behind you to make sure you have someone, yeah, exactly, who can actually help with the grab, exactly. But no, doing that play itself isn't wrong inherently in 5v5 as tank. You could have played on your side of the bot and cycled cooldowns to just have a natural or neutral fight with no ult. Okay. Okay. So I throw the grab, but the bigger issue I think was actually making the beeline. They use the Kitsune. They use, okay, in fairness, we got 2 ults out of that. Saucy Walnuts, thanks for your follow on Twitch. Sorry the alerts aren't on today. Had some trolls earlier, but I appreciate you being here. What a name. Yeah, 2 ults for 1. We got 2 out. But our teammates are low and can't really do anything. The Life Weaver is now in a really bad position. I'm actually not too sure why bro went straight for point with me. That doesn't give him any advantage, but that's okay. Alari trying to save me here. She dies for it. Yeah. I think you just walked too far in after the grab. You could have played around the cover of the bot. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I was trying to go for the right-click melees. I think was what was going on in my head, but that's a good point. It's a really good point. Yeah. But I really think, like I said, we could psychoanalyze this actual play, but I think the mistake happened when I chose to go for it, because like what I was going to say, if I had gone not straight for the point and at least looked to see where my team was, I would have stopped for a minute, and yes, we would have lost the point, but they would have only gained another like 5 meters versus the 30 they ended up gaining, as I recall. Let's see. So they start with 94, and before we can stop them, yeah, they gained a full 30 meters. Hope, do you have it where it makes noise when a teammate dies? I think so, but I honestly need to pay more attention to that. I don't really listen to them. I just focus on what I'm doing. It's probably an area I could grow in as well. You ain't gonna read all that on stream, just yapping. Yeah, kill boxes I'm familiar with, yeah. Yep, exactly. And that is almost essentially what I was talking about, just not with that term. That's absolutely correct, though, Dustin. And I am familiar with that term. I learned that in scrims when I was still scrimming. So yeah, the bigger problem here was that I made the decision to rush point. They gained 30 meters when if I had just looked behind me to realize my team wasn't with me, I would have waited until they were, and then this play actually would have been good, and they may have only gained 5 meters. And then at that point, we can turn it around. So I actually think my biggest mistake this game, while I played it pretty well overall, I think my biggest mistake was just the fact that I didn't look for my team and made a play based on not enough information. I think Grav here is fine. You forced 2 ults. I think you just needed to play life and wait for your team to walk up. That's fair. But again, I think what's interesting is like even you at the end there, you kind of insinuated what I was talking about. I just didn't look back. I didn't know where my team was. And because I didn't know, I made an uneducated decision, and it ended up losing us the fight and then the game. So I think we're saying very similar things, and I think largely I would agree with you, by the way. I just think that it's very interesting. Okay, no worries. I don't mind a loss if I learn something from it, and I learned from it. I'm cool with that. Let's get another game going. Whoa, it's been a minute. Did you get a haircut? I actually got a few of them cut. I've said that a few times today, and it won't stop, just so you guys know. But for real, yes, I just shaved my head. I kind of got over it, to be honest with you. I knew I've known I was balding, and I was bald for a while. I just shaved my head, and then when I started growing it back out, because I was like, man, I could just go back to like a really like tough Viking look, right, with like just the top part of it grown out, and then like braid it together. It would have been tough, but unfortunately, my hair is actually too thin now, so I just gave up. Ilios. I would say out of a D.Va, Sigma, Zarya hero pool, I mean, D.Va is what it screams at me. I'm going to be honest. You guys tell me if you think I'm wrong there, but I think D.Va would work really well. What can a man do to get a bread like mine? Well, you can go to the store. We just buy great value store bread. But if you want a good beard, just don't shave. Straight up. Just don't shave your... Both of you play hog.
I'm honored, but I have some reservations about your.
Okay. Well, I guess we're doing a D.Va mirror. That or they're watching the stream and stream sniping. Good for you guys if you are, I guess. Might as well play Zar. I would play Sig or D.Va. Okay. Even if they are stream sniping, chat, I don't really care. A lot of people try to do that, and it's just if it makes them happy, man, no worries. Nope, a little low on that. Okay, a little too low now. We're gonna have to sustain for a minute. Follow the Moira orb. Try not to get hooked. I don't have any way to get out now. Okay, boosters are back. Okay, it's alright. Our Venture dies there. Yeah, they're gonna res, no big deal. Yeah, I don't have boosters now. Hopefully I don't get pulled out into the well. Great grip. Get wrecked, Hog. Get freaking wrecked, nerd. Try and put me in the well. Nope, I don't want to peek that. Good hook from him. We're gonna try and get out of there. Walk up here. He's gonna have high noon here. Caught out. They have beat. Okay. Big. Just don't use booster if Hog has hook. Yep, that was it. Making this look easy. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you. You don't rock with Hog here? What do you mean you don't rock with Hog? Like, you think I should have swapped?
I wish violence never solved anything.
Yeah, I should be able to dog walk them. Yeah, so the problem is I have to basically walk on them because if I use boosters between Lucio's boop in that map anyway and a Hog's hook, it just wasn't gonna work. Zarya here is good on this map. Sure, I'm down. Or on this point of this map, I guess. Why would you say Zarya? I'm trying to understand rather than just take blind advice. I'm sure you guys are right. It's not me questioning you. It's questioning to understand with the jump perk. Yeah, oh, for sure. You need the high grounded stuff. But like, why Zarya on this map versus D.Va? Test. It's okay if they take point. I'm not as worried about that. I'd probably die here. Try and get out. Play cover for a minute. Venture didn't have burrow anymore. That actually may have been a goated play. No, I thought he was gonna jump there. My fault. I should have reacted instead of predicting. Yeah, I get out. Nope, unfortunate. So open to dive with D.Va. Zarya gives you more brawling opportunity. Okay. Hog is one of my favorite tanks. He's pretty good. Surprise patch and it's like nothing but Mauga nerfs. Great day to be alive. Yeah, farm ult. Okay. We need to look for our venture. Okay, they got 2 pigs. We might just try and back. Yeah, we die. What the f They invested 2. Just go for point. We have 4 ultimates. We need to use one. There you go. Watch the high noon. Can you go? Nice. Going. Got you, Moira. Mauga. Mauga's one. Kill Mauga. Look at Albirana. Nice. Took us 4 ultimates, but we got there, boys. Okay, I played that a little rough too, so that's not on them. Ashe is uncontested. You know what that means, boys? We're going back to D.Va. Tell me what you want, but I'm so sick of uncontested Ashes just completely holding high grounds that no one else is contesting. Plus, it's easier to play into Mauga this way, too. Yeah, we hold, place here. Got our Ana. Yep. Oh man, that was just a crazy Alari play. That's my fault. I should have been contesting the Alari. It's all good. That's just on me. I could have done better. If I had been on the Alari, it would have been fine. Why are there no channel point rewards? I just don't really use them very well. That's all.
Score 1-1.
Very close game here. This is good. I actually really prefer that.
Just one more mission.
Let's get this show on the road.
Here we go, chat. We got a point here. We can do this. We can do this. Holy moly, you're bald. Are you sure? I haven't looked today. Are you sure? I forgot to turn on my replay buffer. We'll have to do that after this game because I need clips for the video later. Okay, they're on Bastion Malga, which is going to be a bit of a pain. We're going to go ahead and just walk down here a bit. Bro. They just get the Malga back. Here we get the Malga. Okay, they're on Malga still, which is just, ugh, not fun. I'm giving them free ult charge if I sit out. Get off my team, dude. Damage boosting your Malga. That's so, or the Bastion. That's so cringe. What the f— teammates, okay. Bro, why is my Kiri 1v1ing a Malga? Okay, we could actually go contest the point. That's okay, we held point a little bit longer. We got time for that. That was worth. Okay. We could stay D.Va here. I think the D.Va's fine. We have Bob. We have Bob and Kitsune. Just wait for everybody to get there and let's try and pop Bob early. Yeah, they're just chasing everybody around and staggering right now, guys. We gotta be careful. Drop down. Take cover here. I'm going mega. I'm gonna go straight to point, just walking. Can we go to point? We still haven't used Bob. Hey, GG. And they're still shooting the tank this whole time, man. Yeah, just don't shoot the tank and use ults. You'll win more games. GG's. That's tough. We're gonna go back and watch that one. It was a close game, but yeah, I don't want to keep saying my DPS sold. They definitely did, but they were just shooting a Malga who could just keep healing himself. So, oh boy. Well, we're just gonna avoid our DPS, and we endorse our supports who played their best. We're on a losing trend. Consolation. Ooh, unlucky. It's okay. So we're rank progress -16. Let's try and avoid a D rank. Let's go review that game. Super unfortunate, but that was just, you know, something I could have done better. Malga's your favorite tank? Why is he your favorite tank? Ram makes sense. Malga, I don't understand. So as I look at this, this is not a blaming teammates thing, okay? I'm gonna look and say my DPS were struggling to live. I mean, just like they died the most in the lobby. So what was I doing where I could have maybe helped them better? Is this another one of those scenarios? I feel like I was looking for my teammates more than I was the first game today. But was I not looking and they were just getting ran over? Hey, Clash, that's funny. I gotta give you that one. And then, you know, the fire charge and ammo reload carries my team when I go in. That's fair. Why are you passive aggressive? Why am I passive aggressive? Am I? I mean that genuinely. I'm just asking a question right now. I'm not sure what's going on. But yeah, so I mean, we look at it and I go, okay, so my DPS are having a rough game. So what could I have done to help them out, right? This support was also struggling a bit, and so was this one. So really, my team seems to be struggling to live. So is it them just horrible positioning and I wasn't getting enough picks to account for that? Or were they just getting mowed down by the same target that I wasn't? You are kind of passive aggressive at the end of games. I understand that it's frustrating though. When you guys say passive aggressive, when I say things like, and maybe this is what you're talking about, but when I say things like, if you just don't shoot the tank and, you know, use your ultimates, you win more games. It's actually a legitimate piece of advice. If people choose to see that as passive aggression, that's on to them. I'm going to be honest. If that's how it comes across, that's okay. I'm sorry. That's how it's coming across to you. But like, that's not really on me. I'm going to be honest. It's a genuine observation. You know, the whole time I was observing, hey, we have an ultimate. I called it. We have an ultimate. I called out Kitsune from this guy who didn't actually play live. We were the whole game. And then I called out Bob. So, you know, it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, you know, move on. By the way, that would be one of those that was trolling earlier. So just ignore that. So I think a lot of this is just, we're running into this situation where 2 games in a row now, I feel like my teammates are dying a lot. So what can I do better? Who are they dying by? Like, was it the Sojourn? Probably. If we look at the Sojourn, she has the most eliminations besides me in the lobby. 26 and 9 is really good, but they were damage botting me a lot. Is there any substance to his claim? That's a wild accusation. No, there's no substance to the claim. So for those of you that are watching and you guys can see it in the spam there, we may actually end up having to turn off the chat box for a couple days. I'd hate to do that, but we'll see. This individual is very upset that I'm choosing to be a full-time creator and in their mind making my family suffer for it, which is like far from reality. We don't make as much money as we could if I had a 9-to-5. That's a total completely fair reality, right? But the cold hard reality of where we're at is we chose and have chosen over the time that I've been married to my wife to enjoy time more than money. So for us, it is more advantageous and more worth it for me to be a full-time creator because I have a flexibility in my schedule, and I also am home more often to be around my kids and my wife more. And that forces me to find a path that maybe we don't make as much money or have the nicest things, but we have a lot more time than most people do. Like, I know that most dads don't get to have the time that I do. So, unfortunate. I liked reading other people's chats from other platforms, but people can't let others have nice things. Oh, it's still on. I just refreshed it, and I'll do that a few times. It's easy to do. It only takes me a couple seconds. OpenEye, another really hardcore part of our community, said, you definitely do sound passive-aggressive when you give the advice to some people. It can come off, well, you know, you're in the same elo. What would you know? Type of feel to them, but it varies. And that's fair. Maybe I just won't say anything. I would like to see people improve, but the reality is I won't probably run into these people that often, so maybe it's not really that worth even to invest into that. But I believe you have the knowledge, but I think that you're struggling to put it together. I understand how to play the game, and I think that I just need to focus in-game, right? I think that's a lot of it. So, sorry, I'm juggling a few different conversations, but I do want to finish the point here that whoever this is that has chosen to hate on me, look, man, I hope you find success. You mentioned earlier in one of your passive-aggressive statements that that you're a welder. I truly hope that you find absolutely riveting success for you. But I also want to encourage you that if what you said was true earlier and you're a welder and you make a lot more money than I do, okay, good. Go make more of it instead of wasting your time here. That's all. I mean, if my content's not for you, that's okay. My question to you would be, why bother hating? You know? Why bother doing this? It's such a crazy waste of your time because you take however many minutes to make these accounts, and it takes me 2 seconds for me to hide that account from the channel and move on. So I really want to challenge you because I know you're still watching, clearly, because you just came in with another one. We are going to turn off the chat box for the day, guys. I'm really sorry about that. But I would challenge you to use the brain that you have and answer the question. You don't have to answer it to me. Answer it to yourself. What could you do that would provide value to society over just hating on some random streamer on the internet because you disagree with his lifestyle choices? The other question you could answer is, why do you see this as worth it? Why is this your holy mission? What is this? What does it do for you? You know? So, but you can keep doing this, man. I've got patience. I've been praying for patience and asking God to give me patience and grace for you. And I'm going to continue to ask for that. Because the cold hard reality is, and you can clip this if you want to, buddy, it's all right. But if you have all this time and you aren't just choosing to do something promotional and helpful in the world, no one told you you could. And you can smart and try and say something really clever. It's not going to do anything for you. You know? It's not going to do anything for you. And you're so obsessed, by the way, that you know my name, which I've only said one time in one stream. But you found it. That really tells you how much time you watch my content. You know what I mean? Quit yapping and play. I appreciate where you're coming from, totally, but games are important, but not nearly as important as hopefully shifting this guy's trajectory into the right direction. This guy is, I imagine, deeply depressed. That's a one black guy. Thanks so much for your sub on YouTube. That's fun. Ban the troll. Oh yeah, we do. He just makes new accounts. That's where we're at today. Sedge, by the way, thanks so much for your follow on Twitch. I appreciate it. Can I still see your chats? Of course, I can see your chats. You just won't be able to see each other's chats today, unfortunately. So, sorry about that, guys. I just want to see him play, bro. You will. But wouldn't you argue that a video game is not nearly as important as somebody who's going through some horrible depression? Like in an unironic way. You know? People are, again, and this guy, what he does. Okay, Zuxley, I appreciate it. That's a good criticism. Zuxley over on Twitch said, I would just say if you're going to give the advice at the end of the game, make sure you're saying it during the game when it actually matters as well. Totally fair. I think on that specific one, I was giving it, but I do appreciate what you're saying. I'm just going to stop giving advice. To be honest with you, I'm going to stop getting in comms. It's just not worth it. I have it on auto join, but I'm just not even going to bother anymore. It's just not worth it. Love your content, by the way. Keep up the good work, or great work, excuse me. Trolls don't touch grass as they live in caves. Hey, man. You know what? Even if he doesn't live in caves, he claims he's a welder. He probably does very well financially. Good for him. And I mean that very genuinely. But I want to take this moment, and maybe this validates him in some way, and that's okay. But I think what he wants from me is to be mad. I'm not going to be mad at you, dude. It's not going to happen. I got all kinds of patience. I am gooning for hope. Yeesh. Seeing as I'm familiar with the term. That's very weird to me, but it's okay, Sedge. Sometimes on Twitch, newcomers will have to wait 10 minutes until they can chat. Does YouTube not have that? Not as far as I've been able to figure out, no. They don't have nearly as much moderation, which is all right. Pings in-game will help a lot out with comms. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Watching your content right now as a welder, I doubt he's a welder. He's most likely some kid on spring break. More likely. I mean, yeah, with how much time he has, he's either a kid on spring break, which is most likely based on the lack of maturity of the responses, or he truly is just so deeply depressed that he has to bring other people down to make him feel better. And that's just an unfortunate reality he lives in. So it's not always about money. It's also about happiness. 100%. Yeah, money is not everything, guys. There's a creator that I watch on TikTok. His name is Higher Up Wellness. He forgot I went egg mode. Welcome back, Dean. His name is Higher Up Wellness. And there was a video where he literally talked about the fact, like, he was like, you ever just wake up and realize that one day you're going to freaking die? Right? Are you ever going to freaking die? You're going to die at some point, right? And I think the cold hard reality of that is pretty impressively real, you know, that you're going to die someday. Screw what the haters think. Screw what anybody thinks but what you want to do. Because at the end of my life, no one's probably going to even remember who I was. I hope that I leave enough of a legacy that there's more people who carry on the legacy. I'm not as worried about anybody having a clue who I was. We actually asked this in our question of the day today in the Discord, but I truly hope that on the other side of my life, I know that my eternity is secure. I'm personally a Christian. I have absolute faith that Christianity is a true and rock solid faith. Didn't you repost that video? I'm sure that I did. I reposted a lot of Higher Up Wellness's stuff. He's a really good. But there's a cold hard reality of the fact that we are all going to die someday, right? Regardless if you agree with my faith or not, that part I'm not asking you to agree with. You can't get around the fact that all of us will die someday. And your whole life you'll have spent doing what? Something, hopefully it's something you're proud of, right? And by the way, this guy may be very proud of the fact that he's a welder. I'm taking him at face value. He may not be, but let's just say that he is. Maybe he's very proud of how hard he works at welding. Good for him. That's freaking awesome. Why not do something that benefits you beyond money? Right? Maybe you do make better money than I do. I wouldn't be surprised. Good for you. That's awesome. I have no hate for that. There's no hate in my heart for people who make good money. Good for you. If that's what you want, chase it. I'm here for you. It's not my thing. I don't want to stay on this too much longer because I do genuinely want to play more Overwatch today and get some really I really want to get some good clips, but I got to get those for the content later anyway. So, but in all reality, this particular individual is just a sad, depressed person, and it happens, man. I'm sorry that you feel that way, and I really hope that somebody in your life who you will actually listen to, because it won't be me, but I truly hope someone in your life actually reaches you. And whatever hurt that you've experienced heals. I'm going to move on from there. That's it. That's all I got. And we're going to hide the chat box on this one. There we go. Okay. So chat boxes are off for the day, unfortunately, guys. I'll find some moderation tools. That's on me. I think there's ways to moderate what comes through the chat box, but up till now, I haven't had to. So, I mean, one of the advantages of this troll is that I may actually learn how to do better auto moderation. It's okay. Off topic, but I don't see the point in hating on a religion as they don't do any harm and they bring a peace of mind to some people. I mean, it depends on the religion, but I understand generally that's true. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to review Ilios here. And I want to know what happened in the third round. The first one I played pretty reasonably. Second round, like here, well, I did pretty well. No pun intended. But I did well. And I'm going to pull it up big screen in just a minute. I'm just going to get it all set up first. I promise I haven't forgotten you guys. I guess we'll scan through here. Whoops. Check DM management as it plays. Oh, in like on the third point, Kendall, is that what you're saying? Is this, we lose? Okay, we lose. We had 99 capped on this. What happened here? This may actually be worth. Against the Bastion Mount. Okay. Okay. So this is a second point. We love Thumper. Thank you so much for your follow on Twitch. Hope you're doing well. By the way, if I haven't read a follow or anything like that and it's a legit follow, let me know. I'll work on that. So yeah, let's review this. So let me pull up full screen here. So one of the things I'm encouraged to review is my DM management. Yeah, like there, probably not worth doing. This was good. Falling down here. Okay, where are my supports right now? So I have a Kiri, Moira, and I think this actually does come back to, I'm not looking for my team because I don't know where they are right now. So if we look free cam, go spectate overlay, zoom out a little ways. Okay, they're right on me, but I don't think they were right before here. I think they came to me. So Kiri's on the Ash up top there. I go down here. Now my armor's down. I get stunned. Get healed up a bit.
The objective is now active.
I mean, the Ash just lost a long-range fight to a mercy-pocketed Bastion. Getting harassed by a Lucio, though, to be fair. Okay. Okay, we'll go back to my POV. Okay, we get the... Try not to use my DM here. I think my biggest problem with my D.Va gameplay is... not, like... Specifically, my D.Va gameplay is just my DM management. I think that's fair. Your HP is kind of also like a resource meter, right? And that's like, so with Zarya, one of the things that I had to learn is I was over bubbling. It's a pretty similar problem with D.Va, right? Where I'm over DMing. I have 412 HP right now, and I'm actively DMing a Bastion. Now he can freaking melt me, but he doesn't have any support. So realistically, that wasn't the worst. That probably wasn't the best example of a bad use of DM. So let's go just watch this here. I go up on here, get this kill. Good. So they still have point here this whole time though, which is unfortunate. So here I probably need to not be sitting point. I need to be going up and taking, okay, I am taking space, good. Oh no, I need to go up further. Okay. Who was up top when I dove in here? The Bastion that's pocketed. Yep, that's exactly what it was. I was just realizing that. Now, it kind of worked because our Venture got a good play there. Decent DM. Okay, I take the high ground here. This is good. I know we're watching it really fast. I'll stop watching it at breakneck speed, though. That Lucio straight up bamboozled me. I'd probably go on the Bastion here. He's isolated. Why not go on the Bastion? I mean, I have lower resources. Where are my supports? There's a Mega in here. I go for the Bastion, fly through, grab the Mega. I think that was a mistake that I could see. But still, fundamentally, I'm not looking for my team, and I'm consequently using a lot of DM. I'm waiting. I'm sitting. What am I doing here? I'm just sitting. Yeah. Okay, this was okay. It was a little late, though. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do. This decision was questionable, except that we had 60%, and I knew that I could go in. But if I had thrown my ult a little better, we might have actually been able to get more than just the Moira here. Yep, that was a good play on their part. I shouldn't have been shooting the tank. I need to look for a different target, but because I did that, we got another 12%. So I wouldn't say that was the worst play that I've made so far in this round, but it was definitely not the greatest either. Okay, so unfortunately my team is now dying, and maybe if I hadn't done that play, I'd still be here to try and kind of play them out a little bit better. Chasing the Lucio is a silly decision. I don't know what I'm doing. What's up, Alpha? Why are you screaming for help? Okay, my DM is a little too... Okay, I need to go back and I need to kite. My Mauga just... Or their Mauga just absolutely got way too much value because I wasn't there to help. What's up, Jude? Thanks for the follow, man. I hope you're doing well. Yeah. So a lot of this was just some basic fundamental things I wasn't doing well. I would say, yes, DMs were being used too early. But I actually think the bigger problem here was that I wasn't paying attention to where my team was still. Like, that's still kind of the common theme for today. So if I can just this next game, even if I lose it, if I pay more attention to where my team is when I'm just throughout the game, like not even when, just throughout the game, I think we win it. But I think we also learn something regardless. So anyway. Alpha, you good? Yeah, 100% the stagger there. Okay, so we're gonna get to play our third out of our hero pool today. So this is good. I know I'm on the wrong scene, by the way. I'm hoping to... I actually do think I was getting stream sniped last game, too. So, I think that whoever this guy is that has all this time, I think that's why he was so quiet. That game is because he was in it, so... Are you queued together? I must know. I love coffee and coffee. I don't have my Sigma skins on still. Man. I work on that. Oh gosh, they're E-dating. Wait, they're both our supports. Hold on. This is weird. I don't know how to feel about that.
Remember the Vykovsky kingpins? 300 meters downrange. You fired once, they both fell. Beautiful.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I usually go full screen at 5 seconds, but it's all good. Bald, my eyes. Hello, Reese. How are you, man? Okay, they're on Reinhardt. Bro. Just getting walked on, bro. went the wrong way. Bro, I just got walked on. I could not do anything with that, bro. Games have been going okay. I got rolled the first 2 games. I'm starting to feel like I'm about to get rolled again, so we're gonna go D.Va. We're gonna see what I can do here. Although it is gonna be a challenge to play this. Okay, we're gonna reset ourselves here. We don't, bro. Bruh. Okay, we got a sustain. Bro. Okay, no deflect. Got shatter. I really misunderstood where he was going. Bro. Okay, this one I genuinely don't know what to do. I feel like we're just getting steamrolled, and I don't think it's on me. Okay, I've got my ult. Bro. Am I tripping? Like, this has gotta not. I'd go Zar. This is really cringe. Like, I'm getting ran over. That's on me. Yes, what? What was the yes to? I forgot what question I asked. To be honest, I'm so appalled by how this is going. Dude. Dude, for the love of goodness, please, one of you get a pick. This one just may be an unfortunate one. I'm gonna be honest. The last 2 definitely were things I could have done better, but holy smokes. Use cover. That's about the only thing I got. I'm not trying to be rude or anything. Just use more cover. I know the Genji's on you. I'm trying to watch for it. Try not to drop down yet. Where you? I mean, we're just out in the open. What are we doing? I'm looking at the Mercy here if we can. I'm getting pinned. May. Yeah, just gonna throw some things out there. I got everything muted, so you can mute me if you really want to. But I mean, we need to stop shooting the tank, Farah. You're 5 limbs with 4k damage. You are just shooting the tank. Cass, I need you to take some cover, man. That's literally all I got for you. And I don't mean that disrespectfully, but... Whew. Man. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. We'll just go Zarya and do my best to try and get better at limbs. I think I got so distracted by how quickly these guys are just falling over. Like, both of my DPS are just staying in the wide open spaces. Hot Reddit mod, what's up, homie? You think that was disrespectful for me to tell them that they both need to stop peeking? Nah, it's okay. If that's how you feel, it's okay. You're welcome to feel that way.
Can't change the world by following all the rules.
Yeah, exactly. It is what it is. This game may just be one of those not reviewed. You know, if we lose, we go to Plat 3. It is what it is. You know. Okay, so they are on Junkrat. I'm not gonna even walk out that front door. Watch for Junkrat trap right out front. Junkrat trap right underneath the Reinhardt. Bro, I mean no disrespect. You have got to use cover. Whoa. Yikes. We're all gonna shoot the tank. Let's just all do it then. Ryan going behind. I'm leaving him. Going on the Mercy. Got you. Go in for it. I'm on the Moira. Just Genji and Ryan up now. There we go. Good job, guys. I'm gonna sit on cart so we at least get one on. I don't mean any disrespect. This is... They're going pocketed soldier now. Yep, I'm gonna try and back out here. Ryan's looking for shatter, so watch for it. Genji, no deflect on your carry right now. Go on the Mercy next. Mercy's one. On the Moira now. Soldier's isolated, so I'm actually gonna push him here. He's half HP. Can I get some healing? Ooh. Bro, I need you to stop swapping. Pick a hero so we can actually get an ult. Holy cow. Both my DPS don't have perks even. What's the point in comms if I can't hear? Oh, I just throw things out there. That's all. You know. Take it or leave it. Walking in here. Mercy's getting shot at. Okay, I'm looking at you. Shoot the Ryan if you can, just to focus him out from that. Okay, I need some healing if I can. Genji behind. I mean, Soldier's dead. I don't think I got that Moira in that. That's my bad. Yeah. Just kill the Ryan. He's overextended. I'm on the Genji here. Genji dead. Watch for the Mercy res. Okay, Mercy left. We can actually turn this. Let's go. Let's move. Took the wrong perk, dang it. Good May wall. I'm pushing the supports. I'm on the Genji here. I'm on the Mercy now. Mercy is half. Genji down. We gotta get a support though. Okay, get the res. guys, I just need you to shoot something other than the tank. I mean, no disrespect. GG. Hope your next one goes well for you. Wow. That's okay. We D-rank on that one, man. It's a bummer, but like, if you stay hyper-focused on that, it's okay. You had an anchor, unfortunately. What do you mean I had an anchor? I know what an anchor is, but like, what does that mean in the definition of what you're talking about? I'm going to take a break here for a second. That last one really frustrated me. That was just, I didn't play it perfectly, but that loss was just objectively not on me. That's a tough one. 5-11 Bastion holding you down and back. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. It just feels like all 3 games that we've lost today, the first 2 I at least got value from and definitely could have played better. So I'm not going to blame my team at all. I could have played better. That one we could review, and I'm sure we'd see areas to play better. That one just was objectively, we had 0 comeback from that. Like, that was just a tough one. I'm glad it's over kind of thing. Yeah, giving myself 5 minutes. Do you take feedback from your chat? I do. Yeah, if the feedback's constructive and you know, reasonably good advice, then yeah. What was the reason to switch from support to tank? I wanted to challenge. Is that ironic? I wanted the challenge. I'll admit I like the faster queue times too, but that was definitely not the motive. Support is, in my opinion, I truly believe that support is the easiest role to rank up in. I really do. I believe that. Now, could I be wrong? Of course. I don't know that there's an objective reality that I could live in where I am wrong, but I'd have to see the facts to support it. I think that's part of why I flew into Masters. There's some arguments that Season 6 was also just way ranked inflated, but no one has been able to point me to the stats to prove it. If someone can, by the way, if you're here right now and you have some stats, don't link them in the chat. You'll get, like, hidden from the chat. Just let me know and I'll get an area that I can look in those things on stream here. But I have yet to see that. But even if I was rank inflated, that means I was, like, high diamond, you know. And it only took me, I think, 150 hours. Versus tank here, where, like, in order to get to diamond, it took me 200 hours. And it's a challenge, man. And there's people who think it's not, by the way. Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate it, Kendall. Enjoy the rest of your day, homie. Yeah, that last one was tough. But if we reset and we move on, we have a higher chance of winning, right? So we're just going to reset. Right? And what I mean by that is just taking that time practically right there to reset is good. I'll say it's the easiest, but it's not like brainless. No, it's not brainless. No. I'm just saying it's the easiest in comparison to the other 2. That's strictly what I'm saying. That's it. So definitely don't want to come across the wrong way on that one. Which one was it that I liked? Was it Talon? Yeah, I liked the Talon one a lot. And the gold goes well. $100? You mean 100%? Just from watching the game you just played, you struggle with finding timings to make plays for your team. Not saying you, if you play perfect, but I think it's okay. Oh, you're not saying I win is what you meant to say. Okay, if I play perfect, but you think it's a closer game. I could agree with that. Yeah, I don't think we win, and that's why I don't want to review it because I don't think there were things that I could have immediately done differently to win. But one thing that I will say, I think I looked for my team a lot more that game. Not perfectly. Didn't do it as much as I'd like to, but I think I did it better than the first 2 games today. That's a win, even though we lost it, and it was an egregious loss. We won that. That's something, you know? I'll take that. I'm going to reset. We're going to go into the next game. It keeps saying greater than 7-minute queues. Has it been 7 minutes and it just flies by because we're having fun? Or like, what? What is it that's happening right now? No, it's not been 7-minute queues. Okay. That answers that question.
Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
All right. Midtown. Either Sigma or D.Va, I feel like here, but open to some thoughts on that. I played Zarya, D.Va, Sigma. Any recommendations? I mean, I can deadlift almost any game on Zarya, but most any game. Sigma or D.Va? I remember my queue being bugged. I had to wait 30 minutes. Ooh. I'm gonna go D.Va and see if I can. I'm just gonna walk out of spawn if you guys say something else. I think D.Va would be okay. There's some high grounds to challenge. And by the way, I know you guys are tiny screen right now. We'll swap it at the 5-second countdown.
Stay close. I can't hear you. Strength.
What is the Overwatch Champions Series? It is what replaced the Overwatch League, if you're familiar with that. It is the new Tier 1 esport for Overwatch. Where are my teammates? We have Ana, Mercy, Cassidy, Ash. Okay, we're gonna walk out. Got a Cassidy here and try and DM him out. Why am I DMing? Okay, they have swapped a couple of DPS here. We give up a lot of space. A little too low there. I'm gonna walk back onto a mini. Okay, I thought she had just used Fade. I thought we could get that pick. It's okay. Oh, we're getting out. Okay, we're gonna get out of there because I'm just too low to stay. So we have a Mercy Ana. I probably backed out, if anything, a little too early there. So that's okay. I was at least looking for my team, though. Junker Queen's very aggressive. Try hard, like baiting her into a hard engage. Okay, so they got the... Oh! Unfortunate nano there. Better chase him back. Our Ana is all the way back there. Ana, could you move this direction? That was meant to be for the queen, but... Try and back out here. Come with me, Mercy, here. I'm going to try and DM you out. I'm going to try and help our Ana, too. Back out here. Just try and leave. We don't have any support here. Both of our supports are up front right now. I'm gonna get remag here, but I can't get in there. Sorry, guys. I'm not going for the right targets. I've been shooting the tank too much. Mercy in here. Queen going hard. Going in. Okay. Careful, soldier. Queen anti. I'm going on the queen. Going on Mercy now. Mercy, very killable. Nice. Yeah, that's probably true. I could have just died and had mech and come back. I'm on the Mercy here. Mercy could probably watch care. Reaper. Oh, okay. Just going for the mega, that's my bad. I have mech here. Good sleep, Dark. Sorry about that. Both supports are in this back room over here. Can we do something with that? Okay, watch Coalescence. I'm focusing on both supports right now. Reaper no Wraith. I'm on the Mercy. Soldier back towards our spawn. Mercy's one. Nice. Moira's in here. I have to use the bomb there. Get out. That was a good stagger. Hey Dex, it's going okay today. I'll be honest with you. I've had a couple of games that were just rough on my part. First two especially were just not it. Reaper no Wraith. Soldier uncontested right now. Reaper TPing in. Moira's dead. Good nano, by the way. I'm gonna have to try and get out here. Thank you for the healing. Going back in. I'm gonna go on their back line. I'm on the back of them right now, forcing them out. I'm on the Moira. Oh, I just C9. That's actually completely on me. I'm sorry, guys. Wait, I really thought they would touch the freaking point, but that's okay. I should have been paying more attention. Okay. I think I need the Zarya gameplay here, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's so frustrating that we literally had 48 seconds on the clock and not one of them... Not one of them would go touch the point. When I first hit Diamond 5, my first match was against Masters 5 players. I somehow won. Hey, you know what? Sometimes you just lock it in and you win, man. Dude, are they just... Man. Some really tough games today. I would say that I'm more aware of where my team is now, which is a huge win from today, man. I don't care if we lose rank.
A lot simpler when I was robbing banks with the Deadlock gang.
was kind of like the aim training earlier. I wasn't worried about getting less score. I was worried about whether or not I was adopting the right things to learn. That's good. Just chilling, man. As a tank, never assume your team will do anything. I mean, that's not just a tank thing, I would say, but I agree with what you're saying. You really shouldn't assume when you're solo queued that your team is going to do anything. But you also can't do everything. That was a weird bubble. Okay, that's all right. One bad bubble. We aren't going to worry about it. I'm going to try and force the bubble value here. I'm just going to, like, go straight in here. Okay, we got a pick. They'll probably res that. I'm just going to keep pushing. Look where my team is. Well. Try and get out, soldier. I'm going to try and lead you out. Moira dead. Just Moira healing. Just Moira heals. Moira half on point. Moira half, no fade. Backing out of this fight here, we're too low. There we go. Now we can turn it. Sojourn, no slide. Dead. I'm gonna try and pressure the Reaper out. Reaper, no TP. Okay, be careful. I'm not going right now. Going with you now. Pressuring the Reaper. I have ulti here. You guys ready? Reaper on point here. Queen can get killed here. Watch Reaper, he has ult. I'm chasing. Okay, I'm not chasing anymore. It's my bad. I'm gonna try and walk up here. Reaper TP'd up. Care. Help your cast a bit. He's in a pickle. Got damage boosted through that. Sorry, guys. Come on, this queen. That's my bad. I staggered just out there. I'm going to try and farm ult. There we go. It was smart from the queen, but it didn't work out. Yeah. It's going okay, Zolrod. I've learned a lot today. But we've had some really rough teammates today. Like really rough. And I'm really like not just trying to deflect that. Come on out. Just you guys are in a big group there. Just be careful. You guys follow me out, right? We have another grav here. We use like grav high noon. Okay, we use Kitsune. Follow through with that. Good job. Your Moira faded in. Help your Moira. Good picks, guys. I'll take the fight win. I don't even care that we didn't do what I was saying to do. I'll take that we took the fight win, dude. That's awesome. Hey, Binley.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Tank's coming back from spawn right now. I am still gonna look for Grav Noon. Try and keep your cast up, okay? Okay, we're down pretty heavily. So they are using a lot of ultimates. I'm just gonna let this be a neutral fight. Die or get out. They used Queen, Sojourn. They've used, I think they literally have, I think they have Reaper and maybe Reaper, almost definitely Valk. Okay, for real. Yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna throw my grab out as soon as I get over 45 charge. Even if it only gets one pick, I'm not worried about it. I'm going up. Right here. Right here. Oh. Okay. Queen, 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 queen. Sojourn. I'm chasing the Soj. Dead. Watch for Reaper ult. He's got it. He's just waiting for it. Cass, be careful. You're over on your own right now. Good pick. Queen is one. Yeah, back out now. She's used Carnage. Watch Reaper behind. He's going to TP up top and drop onto you. Watch for ult. I don't have anything to help. Pressuring from the side right now. Reaper has no Wraith. Yeah, they just used so many ults. Just try and back out, Carry. I got you. Leave, leave, leave. There you go. Cass, can you come out? I've got a bubble for you. Come with me. He's not in comms. Okay. Okay, we can turn that, though. They use so many ults there. They super overcommitted. I almost have my ult again. I'm going to farm it here. Queen isolated. What? I'm not going to use mine here. We can get it without. I don't have bubble for you. Watch that Cole. Okay, let's push point. 3 on. They don't have many ultimates here, so I'm gonna have to try and use mine in a big way, okay? Sojourn on her own. Kill the Soj. Nice. Reaper behind. Reaper no Wraith. Grab right here. Valk next. I will say that even though like this game is way closer than it should be right now, I am doing way better than I was in my first 3 games today. This is a very winnable game, I agree. I also think that the thing that I wanted to improve today is improving, which is to watch for my team and make plays accordingly. So like the extra couple of seconds it takes for me to turn and just look and see where my team is paying off. So that's exciting. I'll take that. That's a W. Even if we've lost rank today, it's okay.
We will crush them. The eye will not fail. The hand will not flinch.
Shooting the tank a lot. Although, actually, I have the most damage and the most limbs in the lobby. Okay, maybe I'm not actually shooting the tank as much as I think I am. I probably am too much, though. So, that's okay. We got a minute. They got a minute 48. Who cares? As long as we get a tick, we can win this. And even if we don't, we can draw it. And that's okay. I'll take a draw. The close games are the ones you're going to have to be the difference maker in. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. They have a Bastion. Big thing is gonna be waiting out turret form. There's turret form. I used too many bubbles there, but that's okay. We got the cat or the bastion. We got res out early. Going up on the bastion. You guys keep capping point. I'm gonna push him back here. This is big. Good job, boys. I mean, yeah. Still gonna need... Let's try and Kitsune early, okay? Play around turret form. Queen on our back line here. Good stuff. That was a lot of ults, but we got a lot more traction, and I'll take it. I don't think we get out from under the bridge here, so we're gonna have to play very carefully. They almost for sure have Queen ult. Turret forms out. Watch above. We can get this Moira out. We can turn this. Moira's back here. Soldier, peek around corner. Got you. I'm looking at the Moira. It's either above or down here, so watch. They're on Ryan, aren't they? Watch the Bastion turret form. No more high noon. Bastion. Winston. Ana. I'm gonna grab them right here. This was the game we needed. This was the game we needed after those first 3 losses, man. What a redemption arc. I don't even care that we lost rank. This game feels so much better. Even if by some miracle they draw this game, I feel so good right now. Like this is good stuff. I'm really proud of this. I do need to track my water really quick here. Trying really hard to keep track of that stuff. Man, what a game.
Can't change the world by following all the rules.
Hey there, Moira.
So they tried just about every counter swap that they could. I assume people think Bastion's a counter swap to Zarya. I would think that he is, because turret form is just such a high damage out point that if you're too far forward and they turret form, you're just hosed. Like it's just literally, it's just over. They're panicking. They're panic swapping. Yep. Man, what a redemption. This is exactly what we needed today. I need to be getting clips from this, and I have not been clipping a thing. My bad. They're on Reinhardt now. But I do have to be careful of not getting... Soldier right side. No shield on Ryan. Moira next. Moira has no fade. Where's the Moira? Is it on her soldier? Moira in here. Stagger her out. Got her. There, Ryan is tilted. Soldier behind. I'm on it. Good ping. I'm sorry, homie. I did not know you were still up there. They're gonna try and speed onto point here. We forced out May Ice. I have my ult here. I'm just holding. It's all you, Genji. I need your help. I had to guarantee you got that pick. Throw an orb, throw an orb. I'm on my way out with D.Va. Good job. You didn't even need me here. Well done, guys. GG. I'm gonna be honest with you. I deadlifted that game, and I feel so confident in that. Don't forget to endorse. Yeah, I better get play the game. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Wow. Holy crap, that's Hadi. There's no way that Hadi just raided my stream right now, bro. Right on that, bro. Right on that, dude. Oh my gosh. The GOAT himself raiding with a party of 364 viewers right now. Holy smokes. Hadi, thanks so much. How was your stream, man? Hope it was good. Hope your matchmaking went decently today, brother. It has been tough today. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a tough day, but thank you so much for your raid. I really do appreciate that. Ian, Ghost Kingdom, Wart EXE, that's funny. Hadi, your man Hadi actually followed. That's wild. Yami, Mito, Rezif, maybe? One Yeety Boy. Some of these names are great. Thank you guys all for your follows. I have my follow alert turned off. I had some trolls coming into my chat earlier using some pretty awful names to try and get my attention. So unfortunately, I had to turn off the alert. But I just want you to know I am genuinely thankful for every single one of you coming through with the raid, which is insane in and of itself. I don't think I've ever had over 100 viewers. So a little sick to my stomach at the moment in a happy way. So thank you guys so much. Hadi, how was your stream? Everything go okay for you today? Unum? Not sure if I'm saying your name right, but thank you so much for your follow on Twitch. I owe you guys a game, that's for sure. I'll show you guys what you guys have missed so far. Just that's the leaderboard. That's the wrong button. This has been what we've had so far today. But these first 3 games I went and reviewed. I didn't review this one. This was just a stomp. I mean, we got freaking ran over. There was nothing I could have really learned from that. But these first 2, it was close enough that I should have been the difference maker. So I went back and looked at those. And what I noticed was the common theme in both of them, actually. Oh, you have a 10-minute follow-up thing. Hold up. I just now realized that because of the trolls earlier. So let's just fix that. The brakes are off now. You guys... My bad. Pro streamer, by the way. You guys should be good. So yeah, I just noticed I wasn't looking. Thank you so much, Hadi. I appreciate it, homie. And for real, thank you very much for being part of the stream today, bro. Was a good stream for you, man? That's awesome. I'm glad it was such a good stream. Yapping away, dude. That's what we do here, man. We just yap. They should rename just chatting to just yapping. I feel like that'd be hilarious, dude. Would they do it? Probably not, but I think it would be funny. Thank you guys for coming through for the raid. Sorry that I just now realized I don't normally turn on followers only, but again, we had those trolls earlier, so I had to be really careful. I'll be honest with you, Hadi, you raiding my stream really made my day. It was a rough day today. Not just the games, just we had some serious trolls earlier. So for you to come through like that is just wild, bro. Thank you so much. We've now had 2 of the goats in chat lately. We had Spylo literally the day after my birthday in my chat last week, which was pretty wild. And now we've had Hadi, which is wild, bringing your whole community over. But anyway, let me finish out my thought here. Objectively, I played okay in these games, like stat-wise anyway, right? But stats aren't everything. They tell you some things, but they aren't everything. Yeah, this game, I noticed I wasn't looking for my team as much. And basically, that was the core problem. Each of them had a different result. Miss Chestnut, thank you so much for your follow over on Twitch. I appreciate it. Q, brother, let's get in there. Don't worry, I will. And just for you, because you're a homie. But yeah, and then we had this game. I want you guys to see what happened. Keep your head up, bro. Some days are just tough. They are just tough. You just got to keep pushing W. This game, though, was my new career best, which is really cool. That was like the moment I needed today. I went 60-4 on Zarya. Now, granted, longer game, so yes, impressive stats, but this tank got gapped, dude. Like, absolutely freaking rolled. Absolutely freaking smoked and rolled, dude. So this was a game where I just locked it the hell in, if you'll excuse my language, but I locked in, dude. These guys, their first round was awful, but then I just started like hard communicating, realized neither of them were even in there, so it actually wasn't the reason, but it helped me focus, and that worked. Hanbin is shaking. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, bro. Pretty sure Hanbin's pretty secure in where he is, man. Oh man, yeah, 60-4 is a wild game. That's gonna be a good story, man. Today's story will have the holy crap. We started off with some stressful parts, led up to a pivotal moment, and then Hadi showed up and brought his whole community with him. What a W. Oh, the trolls are still here. They're still here. It's still the same guy. You guys can't even see him because I still don't have follower alerts on. His IP has been banned at this point from my chat. So he just keeps creating alt accounts and trying so hard to steal the show, man. Oh, oh no. The other tank is Miles Morales. Antarctic Peninsula. On this one, I would normally play Sigma. And I will if you really want me to, chat. But I kind of want to just dog on them right now, dude. I just want to freaking roll these kids. I need it. I need that win. I need to get back to Plat 2. What is my hero pool? Zar, Sig, D.Va. I would say that Sigma makes the most sense because most of these points have long sight lines. Not a lot of high grounds. So I would say Sig probably makes the most sense. But also, I feel like Zarya would be okay. I actually, like, unironically. Her effective range is going to be challenged, though, now that I think about it. Let's do Sig. We'll do Sig. I'm committing. Big screen now. Hooray. Kahoot. Okay. How did I miss the speed ring? Juno, I'm going to go ahead and just blame you, girl. Okay, so they have a Doomfist who has used block already. Who else is here? Got a Tracer. Oh, that's unfortunate. I die here probably. Maybe not. Oh, we actually get the Doom. Okay. Okay. I'm on point, Cap. That's a really charged punch. Be care. Mispredicted that a bit. Careful the punch. The Alari's stuck in that back room. Almost have my ult here. Okay, we got 2 ults out. We just have Mercy. We've actually, yeah, try and get out here. Mercy, I'm looking for you. Come here. We got 70%. They used a lot of ults there, so we can get out. Doom is stuck. He's getting charged punch, though, guys. I'm on the Ashe. I need some healing over the side here. That's my bad. I overextended. Yeah, that's okay. They've used a lot of ults. We have 3 ults here. Let's just try and get out. Don't fight. Just get out. Out, 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 out. Gotta get out early tomorrow. So I'm out. Hey, have a nice stream. Good luck. Thank you, homie. I appreciate that. Wow. Really good day, man. Let's make it another win that we get here. I mean, Hadi is watching, dude. Do you notice we match now, Hadi? Unironically, bro. What? I trade the pick there. I'm gonna hide here for a minute. Oh, care, help your soldier. I'm gonna go for ult. Once a Doom jumps in here, actually I'm on point. Alari has no way out. Can we kill the Alari? Alari dead. Just Ashe here. We gotta get the Mercy out. Nice. Genji next if we can. I have Rock. Close. I think I walked and let my team get absolutely rolled there. That's my bad. Doom going to point. I don't have any way to help you guys with that. Okay, I'm gonna focus on the Ashe. Oh boy. Yikes. Yeah, we're going Zarya. We're gonna need to do something here. They keep charging the Doom. Yeah, holy cow. We're all charging the Doom, myself included. It's the only way that explains the damage I've got with the limbs I have. Okay. We swapped to Zarya for sure. I'll go Zarya here. It's my bad, guys. I think I just wasn't looking for you enough. Because both my damage players are dying a lot. And we have the most healing in the lobby, which tells me that it's probably not our... It could be, but it's probably not our healing output. It's probably actually just that they're getting smoked and I need to turn around and help them when they engage, when the enemy team engages, that is. What's up, Jacketed You? It's going, man. How are you? Don't shoot that anymore. Now we can... Okay, where are we at? Oh, I've charged up his punch. Be careful. I'm going back up top here. Genji behind. I need healing bad. I've got bubbles down, but... We're on Mercy Ana. This is going to be a tough one. Mercy's really strong right now, but... Do you ever visualize what the enemy tank is trying to do? Yes, because like he's trying to split our whole backline apart. Okay, let's get back together here. Don't shoot the deep select, maybe. Okay, don't shoot punch. Can we roll across here? Oh boy. Try and get out if you can. I'm looking for you. Okay, we get the Doom. That's something. I'm trying to prevent res right now. Watch yourself, Bastion. Bastion, come to me. Try and force out the other support ult. Wait, what? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Ash 1, Ash 1, Ash 1. I'm dead here. This is a tough one. Okay, let's just go in here. We don't have much of an option. Don't shoot Doom block. Got you. Brig isolated. You guys. You went straight to point? You gotta turn and look. You've got to turn and look and see where your tank goes. I don't know why you ran straight to point. That's exactly why you died. It's alright, man. I could have played better too. GG's. Good luck on next. Bro. Yeah, this has been it, man. This has been it right here. This has been the day that we've had. Like, if you don't play absolutely flawlessly, you just lose the game. It's alright. Gives me more people for my avoid list. Yeah, look at this. Hey, look, I shouldn't shoot the damage. I should shoot their support. Crazy. It's almost like that's a better way to play the game. Almost. It's alright, man. It's alright. Frustrating to end on a loss like that, especially when it could have put us right back into Plat 2. But, I mean, it's okay. We've been on a serious losing trend for the past, like, 2 streams. And that's okay. Like, you're going to have, like, queue times like that, too. Queue sessions. Queues? Oh, I'd phrase that. But, man, I just really want to say I'm very grateful for today. Like, the one thing that I did really well was I turned and looked for my team in both the last games immensely better than I did before. And for me, that's a huge win. Like, that's a massive win, and that makes me feel really good and very confident in myself. Because I can look back and say, yep, I lost more games than I won today. That's all right. I learned something, and the more important thing is that because I'm building the habit, this is only the first day of it, that I'm realizing it was a problem. But, like, fully realizing, I think I've always known, but fully realizing that one of my biggest problems is that I have no idea where my team is, and I consequently have been making poor plays. A lot more of my plays are good. And consistently, even though every loss was a real thing. I'll go ahead and pull up my stats really quick here because I do think it's important to just review. It helps me see it too. I don't have much longer, but I do want to share this with you guys. When I can look at every game and say that I was the top performer by stats, that says that I've got that part of it down. So what's left at this point? Let's nuance, right? 15-6, like this is just right. So what is happening when I'm not looking around, right? 10-5, yeah, maybe the Sig wasn't a good call today. You know, playing into a Doomfist that was constantly getting legit a full block charge or a full punch charge. This is crazy, you know. So it probably needed to be a Zarya game a little bit sooner. That's probably where I could have done better. But this game, freaking world class, right? And it just took my teammates to be halfway decent and paying attention to get there. So that was what it took, you know, and that means that I still have some ways that I could be carrying better. So plenty to learn from, plenty to move forward from, and, you know, lock it in, dude. It's all right. Because you know what else happened today? I'm still blown away, but Hadi came in and raided the stream, right? And I know I keep saying that. I'm not even sure if he's still chilling. I know he said he had to go, and I think it's fairly late for him in his time zone. But I am beyond thankful for today, man. Beyond thankful. What a huge W. Hadi, huge shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for the raid. Really do appreciate it. If you came from Hadi's stream, really do appreciate it. There's like 360 of you people that came over here, and I am flabbergasted by it. I'm assuming with that raid, we should probably get the Hadi collaboration going here soon, yeah? I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have been killing for that. I'll refresh the DM with him. I think I sent him one last, but I know how busy he is. He probably read it and forgot because that's how busy the dude is. So I'll shoot him a DM, see what we can get going. But thank you guys so much for watching and being here. I do normally stream, just so you guys know, I normally stream Tuesday through Friday, 1:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central. Obviously, if you're a Hadi viewer, go hang out with that dude. But it seems like there might be a little bit of a gap after he's done and when I'm done, so should be here for those. I'd appreciate it. I'll catch you guys in the next game, next streams, excuse me, which starts tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. Central. Until then, this is Gaming for Hope. I'm signing off. You guys have a good night.